Oh, hello. 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 The stream begins now. Oh, this is a good song. The stream begins now with this is the real. Okay, so there's different kinds of art. The first piece of art is here's what I did. I took a piece of bread and I toasted it. And then I put butter and peanut butter on the toast. It's wheat bread with butter and peanut butter. It's on a plate. Here is a cup. Wait. Let's play the song more. Perfect. This is perfect peanut butter toast music. Good. And here we have a cup already pre-rummed. Already rummed. Here we have Coke Zero. Zero sugar, zero caffeine. All flavor. We've got everything. We've got all the ingredients to make art happen. Hello, Skittles. Welcome to the art. Skittles has only been here for 2 seconds and he's already come on broing me. Skittles, listen to this. I'm going to open the can. Listen. ASMR, courtesy of Flip. Wow, that sounded pretty good. What? You're not a fake Skittles, are you? The real Skittles would never say that about peanut butter toast. You would never say that. Are you really Skittles? All right, I'm gonna pour the Coke into the cup with rum. It's happening. Oh, will it all fit? Will it all fit? Look at that. It just barely all fits. Perfect. 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 To drink a little bit. Oh, Skittles is frightened and confused. Oh no. Well, don't worry, Skittles. Things are gonna get back to normal pretty soon once I eat this toast. Hey, J-Mark. You can totally imagine Maytag doing this? Exactly. Of course. That's what the next chapter is going to be about. Okay, time to bite into the peanut butter toast. Here we go, guys. Wait, no. To keep playing that song. Oh man, you can't go back to the song. It doesn't let you. All right. Well, this one's good too. Just gotta turn it down. Alright guys, it's time to take a bite of peanut butter toast. Here we go. Nose picking? Come on, Skills, they only do that 30 times a day. Way less than some people. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying the art stream. Look, the text is blinking. It's gonna start. It's gonna start soon. Alright, I suppose now We'll put art. We'll put art on the screen. I'm eating my dessert. Peanut butter toast and rum and coke. Caffeine-free rum and coke. And then now we're gonna start art. We're gonna start art now. We got a title page to work on. This might not take very long, and so what I'll do is I might just do like some requests or just random pictures part of the stream. Okay. Light box. I don't like that Bart guy, he sucks. Very relevant quote. Alright. We got the Valis 4 music playing. We got everything that we need. Alright, I've got pens. Oh, it's Dream Boss is back. What's up, Dream Boss? Pen. Here's my pens that I'm going to use. You kinda can't, well, they're microns. 8, 1, and 0. Well, 0, 0, 5. We got all the pens. Tape the art down. Welcome. Do you like my Dream Boss? Welcome. Doing something a little bit different today. No Saturn. Do you like art? Because this is going to be a stream of art. Hold on. Let me just take another bite of my dessert peanut butter toast. You make art too? Wow. Small world. Oh, did you? Did you post something on Discord? Well, I know someone... Was that you posting stuff? Oh, let me go double check. Oh, I didn't realize that was you. Are you Ford Taurus Demon? Well, oh, okay. Ah, it's under a different name. That's why. Oh, well, hello then. Ford Taurus Demon. AKA Dream Boss. Cool art. I liked your picture of Mario roided out. That was good. And, you know what? Just keep posting your art as much as you want. DS reference. You would like one art, please? Alright, Skittles. Perhaps, yes. Your order's coming right up. Right up, Skittles. Give me a couple hours. Give me a couple hours on that. Hello, Monicule. How's it going? We're doing art today. It's an art day. You love my work? Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I draw. I draw stuff. You're a fan? Oh, thanks. Are you a new fan? Or are you an old fan? Or are you a fan that's been around but is not old but is actually young? Oh, a new fan? Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. You love a good art? Well, me too. Oh, that's right. That was you. That was you. Yes. It's so crazy. Maybe I should show this off real quick because there's probably no time it'll ever make sense to show it off. Hold on a second. But yeah, I still have this on the website actually. If I can go to my archive. Wait 1 second. Art desktop. I still have, if you actually go to the website and go to the bottom of the archive here and go to Misk Comics, I do have. Yeah, I have my Impro manga art that I did. Like, yeah, it's still here. Like I don't know. I mean, for the Impro manga bot. Let's see. It has a link to the. I bet this link does not work. Nope, doesn't work. Maybe you can still find it somewhere online. No idea. created by Stephen Gagne. Fast forward future fantasy. And yeah, I did this cover. I did this like 30 years ago. Something like that. Crazy. Yeah, the Archive. That's right. Yeah, they closed my GeoCities site. Well, it's not GeoCities. It's I think I did have a GeoCities site though. Only on the Wayback Machine? Like, can you still read the comics? I guess I don't have the version with the words on it. I don't know what happened to that. But, yeah, apparently, like, I don't know what was going on, but Ryogo from Ranma was there. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, the art, it's kind of, like, I did this, like, a long time ago. Oh, it was colored by somebody named Kendra. And look, guys, her website's returning soon, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know who these other characters are. I have no idea what was going on or anything. I don't even know if I wrote this. I probably just did the art for it. Because it says script up here, but... Coloring by, insert your name here. Oh. No, it was Kendra, right? Oh, I didn't put it that there. Sorry, I don't have the letter version of these pages. If someone can get them, please send them to me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if those are anyone on... You remember Kendra? Oh, nice. Yeah, so that was that. I did that. It's crazy. I'm legit AF. Legit as Frankenstein? Thank you. You reminded the hell out of you guys when you were a kid. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Would you have been a kid back then? I was practically a kid. Hey, Gizmo, what's up? How's it going, Gizmo? I was just, it's art today. Do you like art, Gizmo? Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm eating peanut butter toast. It's my dessert. How are you doing? Yeah, I remember some of those people, like, from, like, they had an IRC channel. There was, like, a whole community of... You know what I remember them, or, like, when I knew them from was, it was not actually Impro Manga. It was, there was, like, this website called, like, I was gonna say OCAD, Online Comics and Art Directory or something like that. But no, there was one that was even before that, too. What was that called again? It was, like, some sort of, like, online webcomic archive. I think OCAD was the one that surpassed it later, or that it turned into. What was it? That's not... OCAD is not online anymore. Did Alf ever show on art? I did an art of Alf, like, a couple streams ago. Still have that if you want to see that. You hate art? Okay, alright. Oh, Gizmo, this could be the stream for you then, because this might be the stream where you finally learn to love art. Just like in, like, The Grinch, you know? Your art could grow 3 sizes bigger, and that would be really great. Just in time for Christmas. But I learned about Impro Manga through that community. Yeah, I remember they had like an IRC channel, and like Locke would be in there sometimes, and all those people that you were talking about. Like the Impro Manga was like another project that like all those people were. I don't know who knows what happened to like all those people. Like I was around. I don't even know what name I would have gone by then. Maybe just like my own name. I don't know. Ryan? Oh, I don't know. I might have been going by Flipsider. I have no clue. Dude, this Equinox music is appropriate. It's very good. Appropriate for dank memories. A couple years ago. Oh yeah, you did commission one. I also did like another Alf drawing for you just in general for fun, like a couple streams ago. A couple months ago. You have one that's hanging from your wall, yeah. I like to draw Alf. Alf's he's a cool alien. You wanted to, but you never. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what the community is like for like. It's all different now. You know, I don't know where those people are. I mean, so I think some of them like went on to like work on stuff. I mean, I have my webcomic. I've been doing that. I've been doing my webcomic pretty much since those days. So that's a pretty long time. A bit of a long time lurker. That's cool. I appreciate that, you know, you've been hanging around. 2005. Yeah, I first started it in 1999, but the book one stuff was started in 2004. Oh no, maybe 2003. Short timer? No, it's not a short timer. I mean, I first started putting stuff online in 1999, so like you've been here for most of that. Right. Which one of like what if did Locke ever do anything else? Like which ones of them got like famous? Like did Aisu ever do anything? Which one do we know? I don't know. Like I'm actually not sure. I haven't really done any research on it. Brian Lee O'Malley. Right. I remember him. I remember his name. Oh, Scott Pilgrim. Yes. That's true. That was probably a big deal for him. I'm sure just off that alone, he probably made some cash. Shuren. Corey Lewis Sharkknife. I remember that name. What did he do? I mean, I got famous. I became the famous Flipside author. Except, you know, the only problem is that my comic probably is just too difficult to turn into any kind of property that would actually make money. So I'm probably never going to get the movie thing going. Sadly. It would be I'd love to turn it into like an anime, but that'll probably never happen. Easier said than done. Yeah, it would be even as an anime, it probably would be a difficult project for them. Damaged. That's right. It was called. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time. I don't know whatever he's up to. I remember he used to like, you know, he had a comic that was like in comic book shops at one point, I recall. And like a bunch of those people were working on like online comics and I was, yeah, like on that really early online comics website. Like I had a comic called Metamorphosis that I did for like a little while, and that's still on the archive as well. And then in 1999, I started doing Flipside. And that was the Book Zero stuff, which is still online as well. Yeah, Aisu. Right, I remember. I feel like he's probably doing stuff. I feel like whatever his art style was is like really caught on and sort of became like one of the. Well, I don't know. I just remember like at the time thinking that his art style was kind of distinct, but then like a lot of people started to draw like that, I guess, in the webcomics world, or something like that. Yeah, I do use a Lightbox. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's old-fashioned these days, maybe, because a lot of people just do stuff digitally. But yeah, I don't really like. Yeah, I don't know. I've always just done it this way. I guess it would be more rare to use a Lightbox these days. Probably most people would be doing it digitally. Well, you know, I think probably a lot of manga artists do stuff in a traditional like pen and ink. They don't. A lot of manga is still done traditionally, and it kind of looks better for it. You know, I kind of always wanted to learn to do things like the authentic Japanese way, so I was interested in like learning their techniques, but never really. I was always intimidated by using the G pens, the pen and ink, with the, you know, the nib thing for the, like, and that takes a lot of learning to use properly. And I kind of never did. I kind of just always stuck to microns. You know, you can kind of imitate the ink, like the line widths. Like you can do like the way that the lines look is very distinctive when you use like that G pen. Like a lot of manga have that look, and you can't quite. Yeah, I sort of tried to imitate that a little bit as much as I can with microns, but that's why, you know, like there's like different. I try to like do like different line thicknesses. The song's too noisy. Oh yeah, that's better. No Pink Ponies? Oh, did you read it? Oh, I never read that one. No Pink Ponies. Wow. And that was probably long before there was like all the pony stuff and bronies and all that stuff. All that stuff became popular. Yeah, I don't remember that one. There was a lot of comics back then. I mean, there's a lot of comics. There's a lot of webcomics now, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty different now. Like, everything's kind of, like, concentrated around, like, a couple of websites. Everything's kind of, like, leaning towards manhwa style now, with, like, you know, scrolling down. There's, like, less webcomics that are more just, like, kind of similar to, like, traditional manga. And a lot of his stuff is just like on webtoons, and I don't really. Yeah, I used to like kind of read some I don't really read webcomics anymore. I haven't read webcomics in quite a while. I still read a lot of manga though. I'm big into manga. It's more my kind of thing. But I don't know. Maybe there's still some like manga styled stuff out there somewhere. I don't really investigate that much. On KeenSpot, yeah. And Flipside was on KeenSpot for like a long time as well, for about a decade. But it was on KeenSpot like after KeenSpot's heyday, which was like in the 2000s, I guess. Yeah, there's a neat one called Flipside. You should check it out. The best thing about being on KeenSpot was getting like a free trip to San Diego Comic-Con every year. But yeah, there was some issues. There was some issues with them that started to crop up later on, and I had to just abandon them. There was always like a lot of drama surrounding KeenSpot. I don't know, I guess it worked out okay for me, like for a little bit being on them though. You can go ahead and post whatever link you want. Impro manga? Is this just like the Wayback Machine capture? Is this what the website looked like? Oh, cool. Is there anything like Impro manga that is still around today? Because it was a really cool concept. You know, oh, there's Bot. Am I mentioned here? Maybe my name is not even in here. I mean, I only did 2 pages. Yeah, that's the OG one. Well, I mean, you gotta say that's like art, the quality of like art has definitely improved a lot in webcomics over the years. Like back then, well, I mean, there was a lot of like passion and like people that are passionate about it, but I mean, there's always been like all kinds, all like, you know, from amateurs to like people that are, I don't know, I guess there's like, I don't know, like the level of quality. I'm sure if you like look in webtoons now, the level of quality is pretty good now. Used to know 2Flower? I don't remember if I knew 2Flower or not. Beyond just like maybe like a couple email conversations or whatever. I don't really remember. It's all a blur. Archive.org, amazing and terrifying. I think it's just mainly amazing. I mean, that's such an important website. That's probably like the most important website on the internet. It's so important to archive the history of the internet. And I just think it's really cool to go back. I just think it's just unabashedly really cool to go back and see stuff from the past. Yeah, do you read any other manga style ones? I feel like Flipside might be one of the few purely manga style ones left, at least that are long running. I don't know if there's any popular one. Yeah, preservation is important, and also it's just like it's just very cool to see stuff from the past, you know. You don't want to always, you know, be locked into seeing things from the present. Elgunish Shive. Yeah, well, I mean, but what I mean is not manga influence with art style or whatever, but I mean like actually like manga styled with like, you know, like people that do like a comic like in a manga format with pages that you could put into like a paperback book and it would look like a manga. Or that could like sort of fit, like it could sort of look like it would kind of maybe fit in with like a Shonen Jump or a similar type magazine. Because many people, like, I mean, I guess it's only natural that many people have adopted like the more digital look and don't necessarily do things. Like I always did Flipside with the intention of like turning it into like a actual manga book. So that's why it's done like very traditionally with like pages. You don't really have to adopt to that. I think that like a lot of comics now don't really care about prints. They just, you know, it's done with a mind towards just like phone browsing or whatever. But yeah, I like to have my stuff in print though. And like print still, I mean, as far as like manga goes, print still matters and people still collect stuff in print. But it's not like print is, you know, totally dead. I don't know how much, I don't know if it's like, if it sells less than it used to. I don't know about in Japan. I feel like in Japan it's still, but there was like a bubble of like print stuff, especially around the Tokyo Pop era that kind of burst. But I mean, you could like, there's still plenty of print manga that people, I'm sure that they do buy though. Yeah, there's of course, there's probably like many manga, like web manga that have just disappeared. That it's impossible to see now. Like there was a couple I used to follow that like just disappeared and they just don't exist anymore. That kind of sucks. That's the thing that sucks about them. But it's just like, you know, but it reminds you that things are ethereal and nothing is forever. You always want to preserve things, but nothing lasts forever. You gotta appreciate things while they're around. Just the way of the world. Even the world itself may not be forever. I mean, you can try to preserve things on your internet archive, but how is the internet archive going to preserve webcomics after the world blows up? It's not going to. Oh, You know, when that happens in the, you know, the 2300s or whatever. Ava's demon breaks the comic wall. What does that mean? Pilot into the volume panel. Like they come out, like the characters come out of the panels or whatever. Yeah, this page is not. This is the title page I'm working on for the next chapter. It's probably not going to take more than an hour to finish, so. I don't have a script yet for the next chapter, so. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna draw random stuff, I think. By the way, I do have song requests on, but I kind of prefer, we all kind of prefer video game, old retro video game music to listen to. So, if you want to put anything on along those lines, feel free. Doesn't follow consistent box format. Like, doesn't have the... Yeah. Super Mario RPG is your jam? Of course it is. It's great. I mean, that's a Yoko Shimomura soundtrack. Yeah, Yoko Shimomura. You know, creator of the music for, like, Street Fighter 2 and Parasite Eve and Kingdom Hearts. Of course it's great. Of course it's great. Hi, Mr. Lee. How's it going? Skittles, Mr. Leo is here. You gotta say hi to Mr. Leo Skittles. Been waiting for. Just doing more art today. Sorry, no more. No Saturn today. Just doing some art, but we'll get back to the Saturn soon because Saturn is awesome. I'm gonna finish Panzer Dragoon. Yoko Shimomura. Yeah, she's awesome. It's too bad I was kind of a little bit disappointed with her soundtrack for Final Fantasy 15, but she's in so many really good soundtracks. How about some Valis 4? That's a good soundtrack. Very, very good. You been enjoying Saturn games? That's good to hear. Me too. It's really... I even really enjoyed Bug a lot. Like, Bug is, like, surprisingly cool game. Hey, friendo Demo. How's it going? Welcome. How are you doing? Doing some art. Monocule, what's new with you? Have you chopped any wood or anything? Any stories about chopping wood or you know, living in an old, you know, a rustic house? And Demo, what's going on with you? Did you make any video games lately? What have you been up to, Demo? Did you go out for any poke walks? Not impressing you too much, Bug? Yeah, no, it's not impressing anybody but me. I really like its level design. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's so cool how unique it is. It's such a unique take on a 3D platformer, and it's a style that they don't do. I mean, it's like the way it's just like it's a platformer. It's essentially a 2D platformer, but like bending around in like 3D shapes, and you can see the 3D shapes like all along the map. It's super cool. It's such a good idea, and I don't know of any other platformer that really does that. And even though Bug is kind of amateurish in a lot of ways, it would have been great to see like some really good, like, you know, some like Klonoa, like extremely like competent game with like super good art do the same concept. But I don't know of any. But Bug is the only one I know. You've been drawing a lot. Short walk. Well, it's good to walk. What have you been drawing, Demo? Well, oh, that's smart, Mr. Leo. Yeah, that's true. Go walking when not many other people are walking. I mean, I don't mind. I kind of like if other people are walking too, but yeah. I did do a little like the Pokemon reminded me that like Pokemon it does kind of get you out there to like walk. You don't mind the cold too much. It's kind of nice, like going out in the cold and then coming back and then getting warmed up. It's just like it's nice to go out in the cold just so you can have the experience of getting warmed up, because that's so pleasant when you get back to your house. Especially if you like drink some coffee or like eat some pancakes or something. I should go on more walks during the winter in the morning so I can come back and like make pancakes or something. Yeah, I think it's kind of fun to go walking out in the cold. Oh, those manga that you read? Or well, comics, I guess? Gunner Creek Court. Yeah, I know Gunner Creek Court. In fact, I think I even have a couple of those books, maybe. Questionable Contents I'm aware of. I haven't really read it though. It's like music influenced. Whoa. Sunshine Boy, I don't know. Unsounded, I don't know. Traditional format? Yeah, what, I mean, those are not really like manga format. Those are more like traditional, like, those are more like comic strip format, which is like a different thing. They're not manga format. But they do have print, like they're traditional in the sense that they have print volumes and stuff. And I guess they're made for that, which you can do with strip style comics as well. Well, I don't know. I guess Gunner Creek Court is just like normal, like it's done in like normal pages. I haven't read that in a long time. Unsounded, I don't know. Plays with animated GIFs. Oh, that's interesting. Then he says you walk too fast, Emo. He needs to step up his game, literally. Oh, shoot. I need to... Wait, yeah, I need to, yeah, I was drawing stuff off the screen. Move this screen. I need the page, rather. Plugging away on the Reno? What's the Reno? Fuel. I only know Reno 911, the cop shop. Those are ones you found more recently? I see. Yeah, I just think that like actual like ones that are like meant to look like manga style are like those are like really, those still seem really rare. Those have kind of always been really rare. At one time there was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan comic that was done in a very authentic manga style, I recall. I don't know if that's still around. What manga do you follow regularly? Yeah, I do follow. I used to follow webcomics a little bit, but I haven't really done that in a long time. But I've always followed manga. And then let's see. Recently, let me look at my little my bookmarks here. Like for ongoing current manga that I follow, Tomodachi Game, Kakegurui, and Kaiji. Those are my death game or like high intensity game. Yeah, like mind game type. Those are my mind game type mangas that I follow. Although Kaiji, like for the last couple years, has not really been. It's like changed genre kind of, but it's still cool. And then Hanzuki no Gekkokujo, Descendants of a Bookworm. That is. I've been following the manga version of that. I'm thinking I still haven't got around to reading the light novel of that. I kind of want to get into reading more light novels, and that would probably be a good one, but I haven't yet. And following the manga as it comes out. Yeah, these are all like ones that are like, or at least the translations are releasing. But these are mostly like new, like ones that, you know, I'm following as basically as they come out in Japan. So Battle Angel, actually kind of like forgot about Battle Angel for a while. I forgot that there was like a new Battle Angel series coming out, but yeah, I went back and I caught up with Martian Chronicles for Battle Angel, which is extremely good. I had not read very much of it. I just caught up with it very recently. Extremely good. Still around. It's still really good. So Battle Angel Martian Chronicles, and that's still coming out in Japan. It's like not a finished series yet. One Punch Man. I still love One Punch Man. That's the manga. is by Murata. Is like one of the it has some of the best art ever. This is very entertaining, and they like recently wrapped up like a major arc, which was taking forever, but they finally wrapped it up. Yeah, Gunnar and Krieg and Questionable Content have been around for a really long time as well, for sure. Although I think I've been around longer than both, technically, but probably not by much. I still follow One Piece, although I'm behind on One Piece. Like One Piece and My Hero Academia, I need to catch up on because I haven't read them in like a few months. Maybe even like 5 or 6 months. Yeah, I need to catch up with both of those. I still haven't read the end of the Big Mom arc, the Kaido arc with One Piece. I know that ended finally. I need to read the end of that. Spy Family. I follow the manga of that, and I've been following the anime as well. Both really good. That's... There's this other one called Yakuza Reincarnation that I kind of got into. It's a little bit more obscure, but like that's still coming out. I guess that's about it for manga right now that I'm currently reading. Yeah. There's probably like a few others that like I need to catch up with, but I can't recall at this time. Renovations Molecule. Reno means renovations. I see, gotcha. You let them build up. I try to. So yeah, when I find that if I just like kind of let them build up, sometimes I do that. But if I just let them build up, then like I kind of it's too tough to like. I'll let it go for a while, and then I'll have like tons to catch up, and it becomes like kind of a pain. I actually find it's easier to read them, like to just like read each new chapter as it comes out. I think that's easier. Like catching up with like big chunks is, I mean, it can be like if like there's some stories where it's like it's nice to read them all in big chunk, but also it can be kind of intimidating to like have this big chunk to read, you know? So I kind of prefer reading them as they come out usually. Although, yeah, with One Piece and like My Hero, I had been trying to catch up, and I keep not catching up. And now I've got like so much to read, and that's exactly why I need to stay current. Because this is what happens. Yeah, the Bookworm series. Yeah, it's really good. This song is hilarious, but it's too distracting. Distracting right now. Something more mellow. Yeah, Snatcher music. Almost current, 15 episodes. I'm not current in the anime at all. I meant the manga. I don't know. I kind of want to like. I probably will never watch all of the One Piece anime, but I kind of want to like go through it and like watch some of my favorite arcs at least. Because I mean, it is really good. Like from what I've seen of it, it's really good. It's just there's so many episodes. It's tough to watch all of it. You try to get into her current series, Mao. There was another series she was doing called Rinne, which I didn't see any of. Or I don't know if that was an anime or I mean, well, it was at least a manga. I didn't see any of that. I don't know anything. Is there a new one called Mao? Not interesting enough, right? Inuyasha? I see. I should check that out, though. I had heard of that. Yeah, that's another good reason to like keep up with modern stuff. So you can like talk about it with. You want to be able to like talk about stuff. I mean, that's why. I mean, let's be honest. That's the entire reason why people like to keep up with modern shows. That's why people have a modern bias. I think a lot of it is just for social reasons. You want to be able, like, if something's popular, when it's like a movie or a TV show, you want to watch stuff that's popular so you can like talk to your friends about it. Whatever your friends are. Look at Skittle. Skittles is there. Yeah. So. But I mean, like, you know, I think that's a powerful force that keeps people like watching like the latest stuff. But I finally kind of broken free of most of that because I don't care. I don't want to watch anything new because I just don't like any of it, except for anime. I like new anime. But I have like with the new media today, you don't need to watch TV shows. I'd rather most of the time watch people play video games than watch TV shows, at least when it comes to new stuff. I do like to watch old stuff. And I've been getting on kind of an anime kick lately. There's some episodes where it's lazy and some where it gets really good. On One Piece? I love the manga for One Piece. The manga is amazing. But even the manga sometimes can get kind of bogged down. So, like, I mean, there'll be whole chapters where it's just kind of boring, and you're like, ah, man. Because it's like, you know, like a lot of the shonen shows, there's just so many characters. So when there's so many characters, and like they each have to have their own little things that they do. So sometimes they just focus on the boring characters, you know. Or sometimes there's like a mess of things happening. One Piece is gotten very. It has the same sort of problem as like Bleach and Naruto. There's too many characters and it's gotten a little bit bloated, and each arc gets like kind of bigger and bigger. But the thing with One Piece though is that the arcs always pay off. They always pay off. Like they never don't, at least not yet. With Naruto, well, Naruto always paid off until like the final arc, which took too long. And well, that still kind of paid off. Naruto is really just like the last arc that kind of got bad, and then Bleach got out of control in about the middle, and it kind of completely stopped paying off. Like, yeah, Bleach and Fairy Tail is that's like bloated. I mean, in my opinion, this is the kind of bloated, like mass appeal, but like not very substantive, kind of lame, popular shows. One Piece, I think, is legit, really good. But Hunter x Hunter is the best. One Piece has a lot of padding. One Piece, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I don't know what to say about that because I haven't watched. I mean, even the manga feels like it has padding sometimes, I guess. So it's not surprising. Hey, Francophone, what's up? We're talking about anime now. We were talking about webcomics, and now we're talking about anime. Welcome to the stream. Asian Waste? I think he's busy. I think he told me he was going out of town for a couple weeks. I think, and I think he's just been busy in general. But yeah, I still talk to him in a Discord. Because he also lives in Chicago, and we've been hanging out every once in a while. Naruto fizzled out for you by the end. Yeah, it does kind of fizzle out by the end. It definitely gets too much by the end. But I think it pays off well enough. It's like it's. Well, I think that like, and I think that like a lot of it is good. I think a lot of it is good. Bleach, you know, Bleach has gotten popular again. They just started coming out with like a brand new anime for like the last arc, which I read the manga of. Bleach was always kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. Well, not a guilty pleasure is not even the right term. It was like a fun train wreck to watch, to read. I always kept up with the Bleach manga because it's always like, what's Kubo gonna do now? It's like it was all over the place. It was good. Up until about like through, I don't know, like maybe halfway through the Arrancar arc, and that's when it kind of started to go off the rails. Like it was, some of that is good, but at that there was like a point where there was just like way too many characters having to have their own battle, and like the character bloat, and like each character had to have their own battle, and it was just like taking forever. And it didn't feel like, and then it kind of ended with like a very weak payoff, where it just like it felt like major plot threads didn't really matter, or it didn't make a lot of sense, you know. And then after the arc, and then it kept going. It felt like it should have ended there, but it kept going for like a couple other major arcs, which had some interesting stuff in them, but were also really weird. And then like the final arc was interesting, but also kind of off the rails. I mean, it was the thing I will say about Bleach. It was kind of bad in an interesting way. It was interesting bad. Like, it wasn't ever, like, just, like, a shit manga. It always had amazing art, but... And even when it was kind of bad, there was still kind of interesting. This is an upbeat tune? Yeah, this is Top Gear. Top Gear on the Super Nintendo. Like, one of my favorite... Like, it's extremely powerful music. I would put it above Daytona. That's how good, like, the music in this game is, like, unbelievable. It might be the best music in a racing game. Period.
Specifically this song. Defeat Big Mom already. Have they not?
I thought they did. Well, don't. I guess don't. Well, okay. Whether they've actually beaten her or not yet is I don't really consider to be a spoiler. But somebody told me that they did beat her, or they at least beat. Maybe they only beat Kaido. I don't know.
Well, I guess
I got the impression that arc was finished, but maybe those characters are still around. I don't know. You probably shouldn't tell me specifics. So I don't want to be spoiled.
Well, I thought that they did.
Oh, I'll find out. You never gotten into anime? The only series you ever followed was Lupin? Well, it's interesting that you follow Lupin. Which Lupins did you follow? Because there's so many. There's some interesting, like, new Lupin anime that I want to catch up on. Like, they seem pretty cool. I've always really liked Lupin because Castle of Cagliostro was one of the earlier anime that I saw, and it's still one of my favorite anime of all time. The Castle of Cagliostro movie. I'm a huge fan of that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's one of a very early Miyazaki movie as well. And it's got like, so if you like Miyazaki, it's an extremely necessary must-watch if you like Miyazaki stuff. It's very different from their stuff, kind of, because it's like very kind of madcap and like a little bit wackier and like, but it's also like extremely beautiful. I have seen the new Urusei Yatsura. Yes, I've been watching that. Well, I've watched a couple episodes. I'm actually kind of disappointed in it. I kind of don't think it's that good, unfortunately. But I'm going to keep watching it, though. What do you guys think? High praise? What, for Castle of Cagliostro? Yeah. That's like one of the most I mean, even back in the 80s and 90s, I think people thought the same thing. It was a huge hit in Japan. So it's probably one of the movies that I think it would have had to have been one of the movies that propelled Ghibli into like its status of being like a great company. So I remember that it was a really big deal in Japan, but it made waves in America as well, and a lot of people love it. And yeah, you have to. It's a must-watch, Castle of Cagliostro, and a lot of people love it. It's not just me. You were surprised for a long time when you heard it online. Top Gear. It's on a compilation album. It's just, I mean, listen to this track. This track is unbelievably amazing. Like, this is such cool music. I listen to this in my car. Damn, it's so catchy. This is one of my favorites. Super Nintendo's got a ton of great music on it, though. Of course. Big Mom annoys you? I really like Big Mom. I like her character. I like everything about her. I think she's like an awesome villain. So, sorry to hear that. Let's see. Series 3, which came out in the early 90s? I'm not sure. Castle of Cagliostro? Yeah. Castle of Cagliostro introduced me to him as well. I'm trying to make sure I catch up with the chat here, because I'm trying to draw and chat. It's not easy to draw and chat, Okay. Let me see. Did I forget anything? Alright. Yeah, definitely watch Castle of Cagliostro. That's like a high tier recommendation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I watch and I really enjoy, but I know better than to like recommend some of the things I enjoy, because I know that, or I might recommend them with like qualifications, but Castle of Cagliostro needs no qualifications. I mean, it's also like a Miyazaki movie, so like a lot of people are gonna like it. I mean, most Miyazaki movies you can recommend to people, and you pretty much know that they're gonna like it. It's like some of the best anime, and that's obviously very far from controversial to say. Sure, most people here are probably fans of either Miyazaki or Ghibli movies. I want to see all the Ghibli movies at some point, because there's still some I haven't seen. Some Ghibli movies that are extremely good that maybe, I mean, you probably, like, everybody's heard of like Nausicaa, but maybe like not a lot of people have seen that now. Another one that I think that people kind of forgot about a little bit is Porco Rosso. That's like one of their best movies, I think. Porco Rosso, extremely entertaining movie about like a pig flying a jet plane. That's an extremely good movie. I mean, of course, like everybody these days everybody knows like Spirited Away, like all the ones post Spirited Away, everybody knows basically.
Hey, Dragon Seal, good evening to you. How's it going?
Yeah, Porco Rosso, Nausicaa, Laputa, Castle in the Sky. I think a lot of people know Laputa, but that's also it's another really good one. Those are some of like the classic ones. But I mean, like, I'm sure that like a lot of you have seen at least some, but you know. Oh, I guess actually, even before Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. That was like the first really big Ghibli movie in America, wasn't it? Although Spirited Away, like winning an Oscar, that was kind of like the breakthrough. But a lot of people like Princess Mononoke was pretty like well publicized. Probably a lot of people saw that. Speaking of good Super Nintendo music. Alright, I guess I finished drawing this lady. I'm almost done with this whole cover. I gotta figure out something else to draw. Just watch everything that... Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to watch all their stuff, including the old stuff. I mean, there's like, there's Ghibli and there's Miyazaki, and like, those don't always cross over. I want to see like, all of both. That's a movie about a pig flying a jet plane. That's an extremely good movie. Good, I'm glad we have a Porco Rosso quote in there. You're blown away. Yeah, I mean, Spirited Away is quite a movie. It does blow people away. For good reason. How about some Virtual Highlight music, guys? Who likes Virtual Highlight? You know, okay, Virtual Highlight, probably not as many fans as Ghibli movies. Yeah, Spirited Away, and then Howl's Moving Castle, and what came after that? There was a few there that were like extremely big in America. But yeah, I mean, like, and there were some that like, you know, were like, oh, Ponyo was like also a big hit. And there were some that like were not as big hits, but were still like Arrietty, which I think is not actually technically Miyazaki, because like now I don't remember if Miyazaki retired or not. Some of the like Arrietty was good. I heard there was a couple like Earthsea. I heard was not. I haven't seen Earthsea. I heard it was not as good. I haven't seen. There was what about like was it Kaguya the Witch or something? I don't know. And some people were kind of mixing Arrietty, but I really liked it. I really liked The Wind Rises, which is the one that he made that has like no paranormal stuff. It was just like a biopic or something. But I thought that was really good too. I thought it was really good. I've liked, you know, I just love their style. So probably the stuff that's less popular I would still like anyway. I doubt I'm gonna ever not like a Ghibli movie, but who knows? Oh, what's some? There's also Pompoko, for another one that's like a lot of people maybe don't know, but it was like a mega hit in its day, and it was an extremely entertaining movie. That's another good. Pompoko is another good one. There's a lot. There's a lot of good ones. Guys, what's your favorite Ghibli movie? Post it in the chat. Let's compare our favorites and see. Let's see, because mine actually would be Castle of Cagliostro. That would actually be my favorite. But most people would probably just say Spirited Away, I guess. Spirited Away is extremely good. It's a, you know, I mean, that's a safe choice. You know, can't really argue with that. But lost internet. Alright, I hope that the video isn't. Wait, let me check. It's back now. It should be back. It's back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Did that break my video? That was, you know what? Oh, it didn't break the video. Good. I'm glad the Twitch. I'm glad that that was a. I don't know. I think that was a good thing that Twitch did, like an actual thing that they did that was good. I think that they made it so that if your video is only down for like a tiny bit, it keeps the video together. I don't think it used to be that way. You know, I think that Grave of Fireflies, I don't think that's a Ghibli movie, actually. I could be wrong. Is that a Ghibli movie? Grave of Fireflies? I didn't think that was. Wait, let me check. Is that Ghibli? I thought that wasn't Ghibli. Animated by Ghibli for Shinshosha Publishing. It's not a Miyazaki movie. Based by Akiyuki Nosaka. I think it's... Okay, I guess it was animated by Ghibli. Well, it's a great movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. I would actually watch it again. I like painful movies. It just froze for about 10... Yeah, I was... You know what? So that was... I think that was not the normal thing that usually happens, where the stream just goes down randomly. I actually lost internet, which doesn't usually happen. I actually lost internet for about 10 seconds there. So that was not the usual... I was worried for a second, but it did come back. And it doesn't look like the video got broken up, so that's good. Anyway, it is Ghibli. Yeah, oh, it is Ghibli, okay. There's a double feature with My Neighbor Totoro? Is that true? Hey, it's you know what? Kids need to see that kind of... They need to see suffering. They need to see suffering and death. It's good for them. It builds character. Disconnection grace period was actually a good change. Yeah, that was actually, like... I mean, Twitch does so many stupid things. It's easy to forget that once in a while they do something good. But that was something they did a while ago. Alright. That's true. That's funny. That's pretty funny. In the 80s, we watched Death all of the time. You mean like Faces of Death? It's true. I mean, it's kind of true. I remember, like, growing up in the 80s, like, kids always, like, talking about, like, dude, Terminator... He cuts his eye out. We gotta watch, dude. You gotta watch Faces of Death. It's got real death on it. They would say stuff like that, like the kids would. Dude, have you seen Faces of Death? And yeah, of course, kids want to see edgy stuff. That hasn't changed. Just the type of edgy thing is different now. Or I don't know. Maybe it has changed. Maybe like kids are all wimps now. I don't know. There's some edginess somewhere. They're just more submerged. Tale of the Princess Kazuya was a fun one? Yeah. I heard about that. I haven't seen that. Bootleg, and you thought it was the coolest thing? Probably was. You know what? It probably was the coolest thing. Like that, I mean, it probably was... It's probably like a terrible movie. Or not even a movie, just like it was probably like awful and terrible, but it probably would have been real. I would have loved it. I'd love to go to a sleepover now and watch Faces of Death, a bootleg. That sounds fun. Can we do that? Let's do that. Alright, I think I'm finished with this. Didn't take that long. Watch people die before it got banned. Yeah. You can't have that in Reddit. You gotta put that in some, that's gotta go on like the, you know, the dark web. You can't let stuff be like too mainstream. Of course people are fascinated by that stuff. Human nature. That's why horror movies are popular, but I mean, you know, I like horror movies. I don't actually, by the way, I don't actually like to watch that stuff. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of, well, Faces of Death was always like a fake. Faces of Death was fake. It like wasn't actually, that was the thing with Faces of Death, was that it was like all, half of it was like fake, and then the other half was just like footage of like killing animals or stuff like that. Oh yeah, alright, so anyway, here's my cover. This is the cover for the next chapter. Yup. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna draw on next after this. Sleepover time, Demo, come on over. You want to watch Faces of Death? I would watch Faces of Death. I mean, it's probably lame to watch now. But it's fun to watch edgy stuff once in a while. But yeah, I'd probably draw the line of drawing. I mean, you can watch like footage of like real executions and all kinds of other like big stuff like that online. You can find it somewhere. It's disturbing. I'd rather watch fake death. I prefer fake death to real death. Anyway, this is done. Alright, guys, we finished the thing. Now what are we gonna do? Pause the music for a second. Well, you know, I don't actually particularly have another page, like a script to work on another page yet. So I was thinking maybe I would just like do a thing that I was doing in the last Patreon stream where I just like draw a bunch of random stuff. I was thinking about maybe just like drawing some random stuff. Do you guys like random stuff? I don't know if I'm not necessarily going to do full-blown requests, but if you guys want to throw out ideas. I did draw an Alf. Wait, let me get the Alpha, dude. You're weird, you don't enjoy watching people die? Yeah, I mean, you know, actually I think that's not so weird. I think most people probably don't, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, you can kind of see how some people might like get a fascination with it because it's very you know, it affects you in the pit of your stomach or whatever. I can see why some people would be you know, and also there's the drive to always see like more and more extreme stuff that some people have maybe. What did I do with those? What did I do with that? Oh, it was Alf. Or not, not Alf, it was Willie. I drew a picture of Willie. That's what I did last time, it wasn't Alf. Wait, yeah, I did do an Alf. That was that Alf I did, was that the one for the commission? I thought I did another one. I don't know. I did this Willie. In the, like, I think that was the last stream. Draw Leo. Hey, Mr. Leo, Skills wants me to draw you. He wanted to josh you about the eye patches. Yeah, go ahead and josh me. Yeah, sometimes I forget things. It's funny how you can like completely forget. Well, I gotta really be careful because like character details, like certain character details can be so easy to forget, like the hairband thing or like, you know, little straps here and there. I just forget. And then sometimes I'll go like whole pages forgetting. Can you show the whole drawing again? You missed it? Oh, okay. Random stuff is great. How about Studio Ghibli drawing? That would be thematic. Yeah, this was it. Yeah, maybe I could draw like Porco Rosso. All right, yeah, this is it basically. That's gonna be the cover for the next. Hey, thanks, Dan. Dan, how is it going with you? All right. Seeing people die is very hit or miss. That's kind of a funny way to put it. Seeing people die is very hit or... Imagine if you were like the emperor of like, you know, a civilization and you were like holding a glass of wine and you were like talking to like your fellow, you know, governors. Seeing people die is very hit and miss for me. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I'm not into it. Yeah, so anyway, I was gonna... Yeah, these are the drawings we did. I did like a drawing of Trash from one of my favorite movies of all time, Return of the Living Dead. I did a Willy picture, and I did Ash. Kind of be cool to do more horror themed stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, Ghibli stuff we could do. Well, that's swell, Dan. Yeah, I'm trying to debate what to draw now. Okay, play more music. Dan Shoney approved. One of your best people dying videos, please. Which is my line. Well, you know what? That stuff is out there. You can find it on the internet if you really want to, and you can watch it. And maybe you'll get disturbed. Maybe not. Maybe you'll go about your life as if nothing has happened. But, you know, hey, I mean, you got to remember that in the old days, well, I mean, by the old, like, you know, if you like lived in like the 1500s or 1600s, they probably would have public executions, and the stuff that would be like YouTube videos now that like only the sickest people have watched. That would be stuff that like, you know, everybody, like all the commenters watched. Draw something from The Thing? What if I drew Kurt Russell from The Thing? I should draw, let me draw a Ghibli thing though first. I should draw a Ghibli thing. And Kurt Russell from The Thing is a good idea. I kind of want to draw Porco Rosso. I could draw one of those things from the big bug things from Nausicaa. What were they called? The Omu? Maybe you should just draw Porco Rosso, because like nobody knows what Porco Rosso even looks like. I'm gonna draw Porco Rosso. What's this song? Did somebody put this in? Doesn't sound like mine. Oh, this is mine? Oh, Tales of Fantasia. I haven't even played that yet. You get the best horror ideas? I mean, you know, yeah, you do, Demo. To be fair, The Thing is not exactly obscure, but I like the idea of drawing Kurt Russell. I'm gonna draw Porco Rosso. Yeah, let's this side. So you're saying you draw tentacles? Is drawing tentacles a big deal? Like if you draw an octopus, you automatically have to draw tentacles. I watch Mario die a lot, if that counts. That does count. You're sick. Skittles, you're sick. What's wrong with you? Would it be cool to have 1-ups in real life? Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wish I had, like, extra lives in real life. Man, just think how much more recklessly I could live my life. I could drive around without a seatbelt. I could drive drunk. Climb mountains without proper gear. For Keith David making out with Kurt Russell while the thing watches. I'm not gonna do that, Skittles. But thanks, that's a good idea though. Thanks for the idea. Yeah, I'm kind of using probably one of the DVDs. I don't know if I'm using a cover or not. Well, yeah, I'm not going to draw it exactly like that. I'm obviously not tracing anything. I'm drawing by hand, but I'm using a reference. Because, like, I can't draw Porco Rosso, but I have to use some kind of reference. But it's not going to be a direct copy of any image, per se. I didn't saw it was obscure. I'm a one of simple tastes. No, it's not obscure. No, yeah, it doesn't. Actually, there's no reason why it has to be obscure at all. Demo. I was just giving you a little tiny bit of a hard time because I know that you like that. And you know what? I'm also a woman of simple taste, so I understand where you're coming from. Wilford Brimley and his baby spaceship would be fun. And he's like, eating Quaker Oats. It's the right thing to do, and the healthy way to do it. How many people get that reference? You better get that reference. In real life, there are no continues. See, I already have a quote about that. Something that we're all thinking about. How you don't have continues, you don't have lives in real life. You only have one life. Dude, think about that. Only one life? You know what that means? Real life is a roguelike. Real life is basically a Plus, a lot of things probably were randomly designed. Real life is a roguelike. Think about that, guys. Pretty deep. Do 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 do. Guys, I'm drawing a pig. I'm drawing a pig. But he's got shades. He's a cool pig. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like cool pigs? Who likes cool pigs? And who doesn't? Who hates cool pigs? Does anybody feel indifferent to cool pigs? That's your philosophy. That's a good philosophy. It seems very accurate. Yeah. And when you're like running around in real life, you gotta also be very careful. You gotta watch out. Like if like a dragon comes at you, you might want to run away in real life, just like in a roguelike. Like if you suddenly like a dragon starts coming at you, if you're playing like some other video games, like Dark Souls, a dumb easy game like that, you could just run up to that dragon and die, and like, well, maybe just drop a couple souls, but you'll be fine. Like if you're playing like a baby's game like Dark Souls, but if you're playing like a real life video game, you gotta run away from that dragon because you only got one life. Cool pigs are cool. Yeah, it seems non-controversial. You like warm ham? I love warm ham. We got some ham right now. I've said before that, you guys, you want to know something? Bacon, actually, I like bacon. Listen, nothing wrong with bacon. It's good. What? Overrated. Bacon is overrated. Did you guys know that bacon was overrated? It's true. You know why? Because ham is better. Ham is better than bacon. You know why? Because you take a slice of ham, you throw it in the pan, you fry it in the morning, you eat that. Go ahead and try it. Get a piece of bacon, a piece of ham, fry them both, and then eat them for breakfast. And you know what? You're going to like the ham better. The ham is better than the bacon. Ham is like more delicious bacon. Bacon is just ham, but it's got the fat, it's like dried out. It doesn't have to, it's like, ham is like the real bacon. Fried ham, that's the secret. That's the secret for breakfast. Just get a ham, fry some slices. You gotta, listen, the reason people don't like ham is because they eat it the wrong way. There's only one right way to eat ham. Period. There's one right way. You've all been eating it the wrong way. You fry it in a pan for breakfast. That's it. You don't eat it you don't bake your ham. That's stupid. Who would bake a ham? You don't have ham for dinner with gravy. That's dumb. That's what dumb people do. No! You fry it for breakfast, and then you eat it fried with a cup of black coffee and a piece of toast with butter. That is what you do. Homework assignment. You guys try it out, and you tell me. You tell me that I'm wrong, but you can't. Because that is one of the true facts of life. In fact, I believe, it was even mentioned on the TV show Facts of Life. You love bacon and spice ham? Skittles, you're so, I love that you're so unique, willing to have an unpopular opinion, even though every single person in the universe recognizes the truth. But that's cool that you could have a unique opinion like that. Ham and potatoes is soul food? Potatoes? Like, cooked how, though? No, it's not. What, do you mean, like from the South? Is that what you mean by, or do you mean, like, what do you mean, like, by soul food? Ham and potatoes? Nah. No, potatoes are good. I like potatoes. But, no. There's no, ham and potatoes is nothing special. That's not a special combination. You can just have any meat with potatoes. There's nothing special about ham and potatoes. Right? Am I wrong? You could have steak and potatoes. Is that, like, not as good as ham and potatoes? Nobody's gonna say that. Baked ham with mashed potatoes? No, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But is that special? No. That's not the way to do it. You're not having it the right way. You're not having it the special way. Used to be the hardest part of the pig to sell. No, I mean, I get why people like bacon. It's the so-called candy of meats. Everybody likes bacon. It's fine that you like bacon. No, bacon is good, of course. You have it for breakfast, it's good. You know why bacon is good? Because it's kind of like ham. It's almost as good as ham. As fried ham. And that's why people like bacon. They just don't realize that what they really like is ham. The salt in ham goes perfectly with mash. You can just put salt on like a roast beef, though. You can put salt on chicken. I'm not sure I follow your I'm sure, it's good. I'm sure that's good. But Monocule, you're gonna tell me that you never, do you ever try just like frying up some slices of bacon for breakfast? You ever tried that? Not the same? What's not? Oh, it's like steak and potatoes? Probably not. No, it's probably better. Isn't just like steak and potatoes better than ham and potatoes? Like you're gonna tell me that like ham and potatoes is better than steak and potatoes? Can you say that? Say I dare you to say that sentence in the chat. Ham and potatoes is better than steak and potatoes. I just want to see if you have the will to type it. If you can type that, then I'll believe you. Turkey bacon. Yeah, turkey bacon is... I used to not... When I was a kid, like, my mom would make turkey bacon, like the healthy bacon, and I would be like, what is this? This doesn't taste as good as, like, real bacon. And now, doubly so, even though I like to eat healthier now, I really don't like the idea of turkey bacon because, one, it's not actually really any healthier. It's, like, a little bit leaner, but so what? Like, it's not even close to health food. And number two... it's not good. Like, just have regular... I mean, you may as well just have regular bacon. I mean, like, you know, eating healthy doesn't mean you can't eat... You can eat, like, I eat ham. I eat bad stuff all the time. Just have bacon and then, you know, like, don't eat terrible, like, the rest of the day, and then you'll be fine. Just, yeah, like... I mean, like, yeah. I mean, my feeling on that is like healthy substitutes for food is fine as long as they're good. I like the Impossible meat, but if it's not as good, I don't know. If you like turkey bacon, it's fine. It's just not as good though. It doesn't like turkey doesn't work as bacon. To be honest, it just doesn't work. Doesn't get crispy. I'm sure you can get it crispy. I mean, for me, it's more the flavor than the texture, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right about that. I never really noticed. The man with strong bacon opinions. Yeah, I mean, I got opinions. I have the will, but ham is not better than steak. I think ham goes better with mash than steak. Steak and mash is great too. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you, Monocule. Listen, you know what, Monocule? I'm sure you're right. I'm sure that like a well-cooked ham... I was exaggerating. I'm sure a well-cooked ham and like nice mashed potatoes is very good. I'm sure that's very good, and probably the way you make it is very good. But I'm gonna stick to my opinion that the true way to enjoy ham is frying it in a pan, specifically a slice of ham in a pan for breakfast, and then you have it with toast, and you gotta end with coffee. That's the true way to have ham. That's my opinion. And, you know, that's just my opinion. I think that you should at least try it. If you haven't tried it that way, I would just say, just try it, because it took me so long. I was always kind of like about ham. I was always kind of ambivalent, like, ham, whatever, you know? Because I'd only ever have it, like, baked, you know, like, for holidays once in a while. Like, I never really liked ham sandwiches that much. I always thought ham was kind of a lame meat until I had it. Hey, Asian Waste, somebody was asking about you. They were like, how come Asian Waste isn't around as much anymore? Somebody was just asking about it. People miss you, Asian Waste. How's it going, Asian Waste? We love you. First we were talking about old webcomics, and then we were talking about anime, briefly. Now we're talking about ham, specifically. A fried hot dogs and potatoes are your favorite? I'm not a hot dog fan, but I've never tried fried hot dogs, so I don't know. I mean, frying, obviously. No, I'm not talking about deep frying. I'm not talking about breading. I'm just talking about just, like, ham sautéed in a pan, like, in oil. That's it. Like, so, I mean, like, not really, like, a super unhealthy way to eat it. I don't know about fried hot dogs. If you're talking about, like, breaded. There's a lot of... Hey, Miles, what's up? A lot of mediocre ham. Ham? Yeah, I think a lot of people think of ham as a mediocre meat. I used to as well. Until we had leftover ham, and one time I decided to fry it up for breakfast, and then it was like, oh my god, it's really good this way. And then I learned a valuable lesson. I was trying to tell you guys about it. Anyway, this is Porco Rosso. We have finished. I finished my first, if you just got here recently, finished my first. I've already done the title page for Monday's page, and I've done just drawn stuff. I'm drawing Porco. We were talking about Ghibli, so I'm drawing a Porco Rosso, and then I'm gonna draw a Kurt Russell from The Thing next. You talking about the same frying? Yeah. By frying, I just mean like frying in a pan. Stop saying ham. Why, Demo? You don't like the way I say ham? But how can I stop saying ham if we're talking about ham? Like this? Well, let me take a look. Maybe just stop talking for like about 10 minutes and just let the music play. Hot dogs and pizza. I'm not a big hot dog fan. Okay, I mean, like, this looks... I don't know, maybe I would like this, but... Hot dog is one of the few foods I don't really like. I like sausage, but hot dog specifically, I don't really care for. Just something about the flavor. I don't know, I mean, maybe I would like this, who knows. Maybe this is a good way to have them. Man, I'm sorry, Demo. I don't mean to annoy you, but I like to talk about ham. Is there a way I can say it that's gonna be better? Ham. Is that better? Ham. Is that better? Yeah, I heard that green eggs and ham are good. Do you guys like green eggs and ham? Ham like ham? I'm not saying that, though, am I? Really blacken it? Yeah, like, I like to have stuff. That's the way I like to eat a lot of food. I like my toast a little bit blackened. Like, not crazy, but amount, but like a little bit. Anyway, that's Porco Rosso. I'm gonna move on to drawing Kurt Russell now. Is it 4,000 times? I know, because we're talking about ham. That's only because we're talking about ham. I'm just hamming it up. I mean, you know when you say that, Demo, it just makes me want to troll you and say it more. And I'm trying to resist the urge. But you're creating that urge inside of me, Demo. Alright, I'm gonna draw MacReady. MacReady is Kurt Russell's character from The Thing. I'm gonna draw him in his like little coat. Oh, maybe should I draw him with the gun or with like the maybe with like the lantern? Oh, I need to draw him with like icicles on his beard and holding the dynamite. Yeah. Ham is pork you don't care for? Yeah, I love pork. Some people just don't like pork. You don't like? Is there no form of pork that you like at all, Monocule? Yeah, some people just don't like pork. I noticed that. Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I mostly knew pork from just like pork chops, like, which is not a very good way to have pork. By the way, maybe now I'll start saying pork like 1,000 times, and we'll see if Demo likes that. Insubordination. All right, guys, start with the pork puns. Yeah, pork chops. Like, see, like once you like have discovered certain things, like there's and I only discovered some of these things recently, but like chashu in ramen is when you have pork. Like chashu, like the marinated pork in ramen, the pork that they put in ramen, it is pretty much like it's better than like it's better than a top tier steak. It's like one of the best meat experiences, and then also like marinated pork in tacos is a godly meat. There's some really good ways to use pork. There's a lot of bad ways to use pork too. Oh, I'm sharpening some pencils. By the way, I didn't mention it, but I was just sharpening some pencils. My pencils all got dull. I like to keep them very sharp. I like my pencils super sharp. Just like I like the conversation. Listen, I would think that ham was I used to think that ham was a bland, lame meat too. Until recently. And now, like, ham is like one of my favorite things. I like it better than bacon. So that's like a new change. That's a recent... I think it's like, you know, I think that pork is like one of those meats that you just have to like cook it has to be cooked the right way, but if it's cooked the right way, it's godly. But you don't cook it the right way, it can be kind of bad. I'm sure slow cooked pig is awesome. Oh no, Skittles and Mr. Leo are fighting. You never actually seen The Thing? You're having a watch party with friends, see it soon. Well, you know what? That is not a terrible confession. It's good. It's good, Dragoon Seal. It's a good thing because you're willing to watch it, and you know what? You're lucky. You're a lucky guy because you have the experience of getting to watch The Thing for the first time ahead of you. So you got that going for you. you're gonna love that. I mean, hopefully you'll love that, and you won't think that it's like stupid, overrated shit, or whatever. But like one of the, I mean, I don't really remember the first time I saw The Thing, but I mean, I remember there was a while where I was like really into zombie movies, and I was kind of resistant to other horror movies, and like The Thing, I think because The Thing was based on an old movie. And also, like, when it first came out, it wasn't a big success either. But, like, I guess because it was based on, like, yeah, it had that, like, kind of old movie. And, like, when I was younger, I didn't really like older movies. I didn't like anything older than the 80s. So, like, for a little while, I was just kind of like, The Thing, whatever. I don't want to see that. I wasn't that enthusiastic to see, like, when I was a kid, I was really into, like, Aliens, like the Aliens movies, Terminator, like, all the really Predator, the Living Dead movies. That was the stuff that like was captivating me. So then like gradually I kind of broadened my horizons. But it's one of the best movies. Yeah. The Thing is like one of the everybody says that. It's one of, it's like one of the best movies because like everybody says that. It's one of those, like, it's not controversial, like I think that like some of the other classics like Halloween, a lot of Halloween is definitely like a legitimate horror classic, but like maybe a little bit slow for some people. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre I think is one of the best horror movies, but maybe for some people it's also like too slow or too, this is like too slow probably. I guess that would be the main problem that some people might have with older horror movies now. Oh, The Fly? Wait, I'm getting the purple name people mixed up. Who was it? It was Dragoon, right? Hadn't seen The Thing. They're gonna watch. The Fly is also like a classic. The Fly is amazing. Have you guys? Has anybody not seen The Fly? Because The Fly is almost as good as The Thing. It's another like legitimate classic. You just like 99% of horror, but even Skittles likes The Thing. There you go. Just because it's such a really good movie, right? Even like not as it's just like a really cool like suspense thriller movie. Like it's got really, there's a lot of good things about it besides the fact that it's a horror movie. The original Halloween is up there for you. Yeah, the original Halloween, just like the music and like the direction. It's like one of the original like kind of like slasher movies, but it's got just the way it's done. It's very realistic. This is the same thing with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's like this kind of tone of like this very realistic, and I think that comes from like 70s filmmaking, because like 70s was like all about gritty, raw, real films. Like like some of that is present in like Halloween and even The Thing a little bit, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre especially. Like that is like one of the rawest horror movies. Yeah, 1 is a classic, 2 is all right, and 3 is more of like a camp classic, but 3 is like a legitimately great movie too. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's amazing in The Fly. Yeah, this is from Cave Story. This is from this is not the original. This is the first remake soundtrack. A lot of the music I like better than the original release, but there's a couple songs I like better in the first remake, which I think is also reused in like the 3D one later too. You don't watch enough horror to have useful opinions. Yeah, I was a huge horror fan as like growing up, and I still am. Like I don't watch horror stuff as much as I used to, and I don't really care for like the modern stuff. But The Fly 2 isn't well regarded. Fly 2 is actually surprisingly good. No, Fly 2 is actually a surprisingly watchable good movie. It's not in the same league as The Fly. It's also not by Cronenberg. Like you can, it's obviously like kind of a cash-in movie, but it actually is pretty good. I think it's got, what's her name, like Daphne Zuniga, like who is, I don't know, she's in like some stuff. Like she was like in Spaceballs. I think it was her. Yeah, Halloween 1 is very grounded. It's like very realistic in the way it's shot and filmed, but at the same time, the character of Michael Myers is completely inexplicable and unrealistic. Like it's trying to be like a ghost story, like kind of fable in that way. Like it's like there's no explanation. He's just like pure evil, And you know, that's kind of what makes it such like a great movie. Like it kind of has the best of both worlds. Where on the one hand, it's very realistic in the way the story is told, but on the other hand, it doesn't try to explain like the main character, the horror of the movie, like the monster, Michael Myers, is completely mysterious, and he's a completely mysterious entity that has no explanation. And also it has like one of the best soundtracks of all time too. Halloween. So John Carpenter, I love his music, especially in the 80s, also in the 90s. Need to get it. Then we go. Oh, Asian Wave saying that's bullshit. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, like in the later movies, yeah. Well, I mean that kind of was that like that stuff is like more implied in the first movie because like they don't have him like, you know, like. Well, I mean they keep bringing him back. Like they keep bringing him back. All the horror franchises have that problem. You bounce off Cave Story when you brought Peter and you beat it then. Cave Story is one of my favorite indie games of all time. I'm not a big... I mean, it's pretty well known around here. I'm kind of like a naysayer when it comes to like indie games. One of the few. Most people always are like, well, at least indie game. You know, yeah, I'm not a big indie game person. But I like a few of them. Cave Story is probably my favorite that I've ever played. Of course, it's like very old now. Like it's... I think it came out in like the 2000s, like the early 2000s, so it's very old compared to like newer ones, but I think it's still one of the best. Also, the great thing about Cave Story is that it doesn't feel... It's one of the few games like that even though it's kind of an exploratory platformer, it doesn't feel like it's copying Metroid like all the modern ones do. At least not too much. Hey, thanks, Dan Schoening. Yeah, I'm kind of copying I'm copying this particular image a little bit more closely because I'm trying to get the lighting. So this one's a little bit more, I mean, I'm not tracing it obviously, but I am kind of copying this particular. You guys, I mean, you could probably even just see the scene that it's from. But yeah, I'm not even sure how I'm going to draw the frost and have it look like frost. Let me just go like this. I mean, the Halloweens, after 3, I don't really care about the Halloweens. To be honest, I don't know if any of them are really that good. I don't know, I gotta go back and watch them all again. I don't know. Yeah, my favorite indie games are like Cave Story, Spelunky, La Mulana. I mean, Minecraft technically isn't. That would be one of the favorites. Hollow Knight is your favorite. I'm not a, and the people know this, but I'm not a big fan. I kind of bounced off Hollow Knight, but that's just me. Yeah, as Mr. Leo said, I have seen Session 9. Session 9 is notable. It's a pretty good horror movie with like David Caruso. It's not like a classic or anything, but it's notable because Silent Hill 3 has a very direct and obvious reference to it. If any of you know what that reference is, then you're good Silent Hill fans, like you should be. That's like the main notable thing about Session 9. Otherwise, it's kind of like it's an okay horror movie. I think it's pretty good. I find it to be very difficult. Yeah, like that, and the difficulty of it I like. Well, I mean, it's taking a lot from Dark Souls, like a lot of modern indie games do. So like that's especially it's mostly like the boss fights, which are, I even kind of I like the boss fights, and it's not what I don't like about it. Difficult is good, very atmospheric. It is atmospheric, but like kind of in a way that I don't appreciate. Normally I like stuff that's atmospheric, but I don't like the music. Like the main thing I don't like about it is the soundtrack, because I just find it to be very bland, too samey, too bland, and the tracks just all blend together too much, which is a big no for like a platformer for me. But I mean, the idea of like a platformer with more atmospheric music sounds good in theory, though. But to me, the platformers that do that best would be something like Super Metroid. Super Metroid probably does it best, which has also very atmospheric music, but also very memorable. Like, it's not enough. Like, atmospheric is good, but it also has to be memorable. Like, that's my feeling on a soundtrack, any soundtrack. Like, I would say this, I would say like being atmospheric is no excuse to be bland. It's easy just to like put some like kind of bland backgroundy kind of music. Any composer could do that. Higher frame rate? Oh, the frame rate means nothing to me. I don't care about frame rate in video games at all. It's time for you to get to bed. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for following me, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, I play old. I've been playing Saturn games. I play old 3D games. I don't care about. Yeah, frame rate means nothing to me, basically. I don't really care about frame rate in video games. Unless it's like as bad as hard driving in the Genesis. Otherwise, it's fine. Are you talking about Session 9 or Hollow Knight? I could have been talking about both. You know, I haven't seen Session 9 in a long time. So my impression of it is that I remember it being pretty good. It's kind of tempting to... I don't know. It's probably not that good. I don't know. I wonder if I would still like it that much if I went back and watched it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. All I can say is I liked it, but I don't remember it that well. I mainly just remember like some of the imagery with like the wheelchair. It had some cool images, and then like apparently the people who made Silent Hill 3 thought so as well. The people who made Silent Hill because. Oh, he was saying Session 9 was atmospheric. Oh, well then I got confused. This is from Lunacy. Yes, I love the soundtrack of Lunacy. You were like, bland? Bland? Session 9? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is bland. Honestly, I don't know. Is Session 9 bland? You tell me. I haven't seen it in, like, probably 25 years. Nope. I don't know. That's one where, like, it's got David... Like, David Caruso is kind of a bland actor, to be honest. Kind of... Never... I mean, like, he's fine, but... I really don't know. Oh, District 9? Yeah, District 9. I've seen District 9 as well. That's the one where it's like aliens in aliens like living in like a slums, right? Yeah. I think I liked that movie. I think I liked it. I don't think I loved it, but I think I liked it. Wasn't that done by? Was that done by like Peter Jackson or something? Guys, all right, let's talk about. We haven't really talked about movies yet. Who wants to talk about movies now? Okay, everybody, say what you want to talk about. Say your topic that you want to talk about, and then whoever has the most enthusiasm. No, I don't know. You wouldn't call it bland? Okay, I honestly don't know. Sort of like District 9. You like the short film more? Oh, you disliked it. I remember liking it. I feel like I remember liking it but not loving it, but I don't remember a lot about it either. Like, refresh my memory. Like, what happened in District 9 again? I just remember there was aliens living in a slum. And, yeah, they kind of lose track of the documentary style. Yeah, that is the case sometimes. Yeah. I mean, your criticisms are probably right. Blomkamp? Oh, what else did he do again? Guys, let's talk about movies. Guys, what movies do you like? Let's talk about movies. You think that this looks like frost on his beard? I don't know if I'm... need more shade. It's kind of hard to... Like, we need more like beard shadows or something. Oh, speaking of Metroid, here you go. This is from Metroid Fusion. Most sold game of all time is Minecraft. That's interesting. I actually, although I'm a notable not big fan of indie games, I really like Minecraft. I'm kind of I'm in the minority about that among retro game people. Because, you know, I mean, it's not surprising. Like nowadays, Minecraft is thought of as like a kid's game alongside Roblox, and Skylanders or something like that, or Legos, you know? Which I understand why, but I don't know. It was playing Minecraft like back in like the early 2010s had a whole different feeling, kind of. Shrimp Aliens, 80s movies. He did Elysium and Chappie. Oh yeah, Chappie, right. Oh, is that all? Huh, I thought, wait, did he do something before that? I thought he did, okay. I see. Well, I didn't see Elysium, I heard mixed to bad things. And Chappie, I think I heard good things, but I might have seen Chappie? Did I see Chappie? I can't remember if I've seen Chappie. I think if I did, it didn't make much impression. I don't know, honestly. One of the best 80s films. Yeah. And by the way, that's saying a lot, isn't it? Because, like, who thinks... Is there anybody here who thinks, like, the 80s is not one of the best film decades? I think that the best competition for film decades is probably 80s and 70s. Because people probably underrate 70s these days. I think 70s is pretty amazing. And, I mean, a lot of people, like, kind of talk up 90s these days. And, like, 90s was good, but I don't think it's quite in the same league as the 80s. Like, 90s was a good decade. And 2000s was pretty good as well. People kind of forget that 2000s is pretty good. Section 9? Oh, you mean Session 9? The movie, Session 9? The plot seemed dumb. Oh, you're talking about District 9. Now you're using the wrong title, Dragoon Seal. You mean District 9, right? Come on. So you're saying you didn't like it because it didn't seem believable? Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't know. I mean, like, it was one of those movies that was clearly trying to, like, have a message. It was going for, like, a clear allegory, I think. But I felt like it was good enough. I don't know. Well, it didn't, I felt like when I was watching it, it didn't feel like it was beating you over the head with its allegory too much. Because that's one of the big problems that, like, a lot of modern movies have, is that they always beat you over the head too much. 90s trumps 80s a bit. Really think so? I don't know about that, Asian Waste. Why? I mean, 90s has got The Matrix, which is legendary, but, like, what else does 90s have? What else does 90s have that's just like incredible, like, amazing classic movies? I mean, it's got some, I think. It's got a lot of good movies. I just feel like 80s is a stronger decade, like, in terms of, like, tone and style. The really cool thing about the 80s is how it merges, because, like, the previous decade always leaks into the new decade. So with, like, the 90s, you still have, like, some of the irreverence of 80s movies, some of, like, the humor, irreverence, but you have, like, a more modern tone, sensibility, and style. Like better effects and graphics and stuff. And, like, snappier, kind of, like, faster paced movies too. Like, with 80s, you still have some of, like, the grittiness and the slowness and atmosphere of 70s movies kind of carries on, especially in, like, early 80s movies. But then you start to get into, like, the age of, like, Bill Murray, Ghostbusters, like all those really great irreverent comedies, and that kind of tone seeps into, like, a lot of movies, and, like, that's all that. Plus you get, like, Carpenter, you get, like, the age of, like the early age of synthesizer music, which was incredible, even though by all rights it should have been terrible, because it's, you know. But, I mean, this thanks to, like, pioneers, like, not only Carpenter, I think, like, I guess, who else is, like, a pioneer of, like, because there was others. 80s, I also kind of feel like 80s has the most classics. Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, Tarantino. 90s did have Tarantino. Jurassic Park. Yeah, 90s, well, 90s has got Jurassic Park, but 80s, in terms of Spielberg movies, 80s has got, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Although I guess, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark would be 80s, but what's the Sean Connery one again? Last Crusade, I think that's technically 90s. But I actually like Raiders a little bit better than Last Crusade. Like, I think there's better Spielberg movies in the 80s. You get, like, Close Encounters. You like, I think if you're, in terms of, like, Spielberg, it's more weighted to the 80s. Goodfellas, yeah, you got mob movies. That's true. What about Godfather? When did Godfather come out? Because Godfather trumps Goodfellas. Was that 80s or 90s? I don't remember. Casino is like that's not as good as Godfather. Like that's not even as good as good, but it's good. But it's like you're getting to like the Godfather's 70s. There you go. So Godfather trumps Goodfellas, but I mean like Goodfellas is amazing. It's a Shawshank Redemption. That's a classic. 7. I guess that would probably be Fincher's best work. Yeah, Tarantino is super strong, and all his best stuff is in the 90s. That's true. Silence of the Lambs. Okay, 7 and... I'm going to say 7 and Silence of the Lamb are very, very good movies, but I don't know if they're like... They're not quite... I don't know. Not quite mega classics, I don't think. And neither is Casino. Definitely Casino is not. Goodfellas kind of is. The Godfather's even better. And it's... Although, I mean, like, they're kind of different movies, because, like, Goodfellas is basically like peak Scorsese. Godfather 3 is 90s. 80s... Yeah, 80s has got all the best sci-fi action movies. It's got some of the best action... It's got a lot of the best action movies of all time. It's got, like, a lot of the best classic comedies, although some of them are 70s, but... Yeah, Ghostbusters, Die Hard, yeah, Top Gun. Well, Top Gun, maybe not so much. No, I mean, Top Gun is good, but I don't know if it's like... Blade Runner, yes. Beetlejuice, Princess Bride, Back to the Future, something. It's got a lot of the best comedies. And... Yeah, the latter half of Back to the Future, but yeah, but I mean, you got to give that to the first Back to the Future is the best one, though. They're all good. I like them all. Can you tell if this is Dynamite Diesel? I guess it's, yeah. I don't know, is this... I think I might be done with this. Oh, you need like some smoke around him, I guess. Well, it's not smoke, it's like it's like mist, I think. Wait, no, is this... I don't know if this... Well, whatever. Scarface, that's true. That's a classic. Police Academy. Yeah, I mean, Police Academy, not a classic, but it is part of like that whole 80s kind of vibe of like comedy, like madcap comedy. Ghibli movies. That's true. Birth of Pixar. Yeah, it's pretty good. Army of Darkness. Yes, but 80s has got Evil Dead. Evil Dead's better than Army of Darkness. See, you gotta be careful with like your picks. When you go with like Army of Darkness, and Evil Dead is better than Army of Darkness, and that's 80s, or Evil Dead 2, or like Casino, when like, you know, although I guess Goodfellas is, but Goodfellas is like more early 90s, I think. Big Trouble in Little China, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Terminator 2. 90s does have Terminator 2. Terminator and Terminator 2 are kind of both equally weighted for me in terms of like being classics. Maybe Terminator 2 is even, it might even be better. I think. I don't know. That's a close call. I think Alien and Alien and Aliens are both 80s though, right? And that's another one where I feel like they're both kind of equally weighted. Like they're both mega classics. Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are both mega classics. Oh, Alien is 70s. That's true. Well, the 70s is also godly. I mean, the 70s is a godly. Does anybody think that the 70s is not? The 70s is a godly decade. Like, it's amazing. 70s deserves the credit. I mean, it's too bad that there aren't... I mean, there's a lot of 80s nostalgia and 90s nostalgia these days, but there should be more 70s nostalgia. I think that some people don't give 80s don't give 70s the proper credit because, like, I think people tend to think of, like, movies like Alien and Star Wars as, like, 80s, but, you know, it's actually 70s. I mean, Alien is right on the border of... I mean, so is Star Wars, too. Well, Star Wars is like 77, I think, the first one. But, like, they came out into the 80s. Like, Star Wars straddles the line between 80s and 70s and 80s, and so does the Alien movies. So, breaking them up into distinct decades is a little bit of a flawed way to think of it. I mean, and making it into a contest. Oh, by the way, I finished my... Guys, did you guys... I don't know if Demo said, let me just leave it. I finished I think it's done. I think this is good. This is my Kurt Russell. from The Thing. This is the frostbitten Kurt Russell. Here, let's put like a little some like spiky stuff on his eyes to make it more obvious. Yeah, Aliens would have been like late 80s. That's one of my. That's such an amazing movie. RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop. I think with Total Recall would have been 90s though. But yeah, RoboCop is amazing. I'm making you want to play Alien Isolation. Oh, okay. Predator Bloodsport Project Alf was 90s. There you go. Thanks. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Steamo. Alright. No, I'm gonna draw something else now. We gotta draw more things. So I've drawn Porco Rosso and Kurt Russell. Alright, what should I draw now, guys? Should I draw some iconic 80s or not? Maybe I should do something from the 90s now. But I don't know what. Or maybe not. Mail to Demo? I probably should. Draw RoboCop. Good idea. RoboCop is fun to draw. Get one of his iconic pictures. I'm gonna try to draw it like not exactly like the picture. Oh yeah, what about Short Circuit? That's 80s. Guys, we forgot to mention Short Circuit and The Goonies. Some of the best movies of all time. Short Circuit, The Goonies. The 80s is like the best era of kids movies. What about like Explorers? Oh, there's so many good kids movies in the 80s. Flight of the Navigator, that stuff is all 80s. E.T.? The best Spielberg movies are in the 80s. Well, probably. Yeah, E.T. forgot to mention that. War Games, yeah. War Games is not quite. War Games is not a mega classic, but that's good too. I mean, either it's really Flight of the Navigator. I think this, man. I love Short Circuit. I still love it. Goonies is like a legitimately amazing movie. I know some people maybe don't agree, but you've never seen the Goonies. You gotta see the Goonies. The soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks of all time. I haven't seen Flight of the Navigator in a long time. You know what else? Oh, you know what else? The Never-Ending Story. That's another one. Another kid. Oh, that's a good soundtrack too. All these movies have amazing sound. John Hughes movies, yes. All great. A lot of those were in the 80s. Great soundtracks. Just like comedies. It was such a great age for like comedies, for teen romps. I mean, you know, I like some of the later stuff. I like American Pie. That stuff is good too. There were some good ones later on, but yeah, there probably, I don't know, probably some good ones in the 90s, maybe. ECU, I don't know. Weird Science. Listen, you should have a soft spot for it. That movie's really entertaining. Like, what's his name? Bill Paxton gets turned into a blob. Also, the lady in Weird Science. What's her name? I don't remember the actress's name because she's like not in very much stuff. She's one of the hottest ladies in a movie. Like, she's so. I mean, I know that like obviously there's like lots of hot ladies in many movies across, but if you like, you know, like there's certain ones that go beyond human. And I think that's one of them. Also, like, another one would be like Cameron Diaz in The Mask. Beyond humanly hot. The Shining. Yeah, The Shining. Oh, isn't that the Shining is in the 70s, right? You thought E.T. was boring as hell? I haven't seen E.T. in a long time. I liked it as a kid. One thing I do remember is they played D&D in it. I doubt I would find it boring because I like that. One of the reasons why I like to go back to older movies is because I like that they're slower. So I probably would love it still. I'm sure. Secret of Nim. I haven't seen that. I would love to rewatch that again. I haven't seen that in a long time. Wow, that was such a cool kids movie because it was like really dark. Secret of Nim. Where's the helmet? You hated E.T. your entire life. I'm not gonna give you shit for it. It probably is like for like these days, it would probably be considered to be like too slow. But I'm sure I would still love it because I like slow. I mean, we've all been trained over the years, and the '90s really kicked this into high gear, MTV and whatnot. But we've all been trained to have like, you know, low attention spans, or yeah, short attention. But I like high attention span stuff personally. Kelly LeBrock, that was her name. She was amazing. I'm gonna say she's legitimately amazing in the movie. She's amazing. So that E.T. confession, you sick to your stomach when you watched that as a kid? Oh yeah? Hey, NES Atlas, what's up? How come? Just because like it made you feel sad or whatever? When the alien was like dying? Crocodile Dundee! I love that movie. I have seen semi-recently. Like I saw that maybe like 5 years ago or something. I rewatched the first two. They're still great. They're such entertaining movies. I love Paul Hogan. I even watched the third one and I thought it was like not that bad. The Black Cauldron. I've been wanting to rewatch that. Like a darker Disney movie. Was this like E.T. too? Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in over 20 years. You know, maybe I will dislike it as well, but I think I probably would still like it. Roadhouse. You know, I think that might be one I've never seen. I can't remember if I've seen Roadhouse. I might have seen it when I was young. I don't know. It is kind of scary when E.T. I like it, but I like that though. I like that it's scary. We need more like when I was watching like the Never-Ending Story was scary to me as a kid because like the whole idea, not just like how it's presented, but like the whole idea of like the nothing was like super scary to me. I like that, you know? Also, Superman 3 was super scary to me as a kid. A lot of movies were scary as a kid. But that's good. Kids need to be scared. Builds character. Die Hard was mentioned, of course. Everybody, it's one of the best action movies of all time. That's still a popular opinion. Porky's. I was right. Like that kind of thing was fun. Bill and Ted. I think Bill and Ted movies are 90s though. Those are 90s. Like isn't it? Or maybe they're split between 80s and 90s. I can't recall. They might be split. But yeah. Those movies we've watched more recently, and those are still awesome. The third one was not bad. The third one was okay. The third one was actually like alright. Stallone's Cobra. I just watched Cobra. I'd never seen Cobra. I just watched it for the first time, like this year. It's awesome. Well, it gets a little bit boring in the middle, to be honest. Like even for me, it's a little bit too slow in the middle. But the way it starts with the supermarket scene is like awesome, is amazing, and it's got some. And the ending is amazing. It's got some really good stuff in it. I like Cobra. But definitely very slow. A lot of people today would probably find it to be too slow. Yeah, Bill and Ted. So Bill and Ted, there you go. That's balance between... I actually think that Bogus Journey is a little bit better. So I guess I would give that one to the 90s a little bit. Slight edge to the 90s. Amadeus. I remember that. I haven't seen that in a super long time. I don't even remember anything about the movie. Was that like a parody? I don't remember anything about it. Oh, dude, this is good. Wait, what? Oh, it's this song from Daytona. I put this in after we played Daytona. Night of the Comet. Yeah, that is underrated. That's a really good one that not many people have seen. Like that one, and then what's the other one that's like Night of the Comet? Was it... Oh, Night of the Creep? I think maybe it's called Night of the Creep. Well, maybe I feel like that's a similar movie, if I remember correctly. Predator, of course, yeah, Predator is 80s. 80s wins that one. Predator, like Predator, Terminator, Alien, like, the 80s solidly has, like, the best sci-fi action movies. It's, like, extremely... It's not even close with any other decade. UHF, that's 80s, right? Or is that 90s? No, Gremlins. Gremlins is 80s. Is UHF 80s too? UHF is one of my favorite comedies. I think most of my favorite comedies are from the 80s. Like UHF, Ghostbusters, like all the Bill Murray movies, like Stripes and Animal House. Well, I think Animal House was 70s. I'm also a big fan of Swingers though, and that's 90s. Big fan of Swingers. Those are like, yeah. I also, for comedies, yeah, I think 80s wins for comedies, but there was a period of time in the 2000s where like comedies were kind of making a big comeback, I thought, with like all the Apatow stuff, and I really liked a lot of that stuff, all the Seth Rogen stuff in the 2000s. So that kind of fell off. Bowie's Journey is definitely better. Yeah, that feels like a dark horse pick, but a lot of people say the same. Clue. I've seen that semi-recently. Yeah, that movie holds up really well. I gotta draw this. I don't think I can fit the gun the way I draw this, actually. You go draw without the gun. Yeah, Caddyshack. That's what I was. Yeah, Caddyshack is amazing. Howard the Duck. I want to rewatch. I liked that as a kid. I think I would still enjoy parts of it at least. It has awesome music. And the scene at the end with like all the effects and like all the crazy claymation beasts, like I'm sure that will still be very entertaining. And what's the thing who plays the principal from Ferris Bueller is actually hilarious as like the bad guy in the third. Like there's really good stuff in Howard the Duck, but yeah, I don't know about that middle part. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it again and see what I think of it. Vacation is awesome. Yeah, Vacation is awesome, and Christmas Vacation is awesome. European Vacation I remember being bad, and I don't know anything about Vegas Vacation. I think, you know what? What do you guys think about this? I think the Christmas Vacation might be the best one. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, Mr. Rooney. Crush with Olivia Silverstone. I love Clueless, actually. Clueless is like a really fun minor classic kind of. I think that's 90s too. You agree? Nice. Dune? Well, not everybody loves Dune, but I like Dune a lot. I wouldn't go as far as to call it a classic, I guess. The Star Treks? It has all the best Star Treks. I guess except Star Trek 1 would be 70s, I guess, right? Feels like a 70s movie. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Well, that's nothing to brag about. But Mad Max 2 is probably the best Mad Max. Some people would probably say Fury Road. Fury Road is pretty amazing, but I think I would still give the edge to Road Warrior as my favorite. Like, I think that Mad Max Fury Road is like one of the best action movies I've ever seen, but Road Warrior is almost as good in the action department, even though the effects aren't at the same level. Like, it still has the intensity in this like final, and I think I think it's a little bit better for atmosphere. Like the overall atmosphere of the movie, I think plays a little bit for me. I don't know. It's really close though. Fury Road is an amazing movie. It's amazing that he was able to, like, that guy, because it's the same dude making it. It's amazing that he was able to make a movie that good. I mean, a lot of directors lose their touch, you know? It's a pretty amazing movie, all things considered. 83, best, but Christmas on is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the original Vacation is classic. Who Runs Bartertown? Master Blaster. I haven't seen that one. That's the one I haven't seen the longest, is Beyond Thunderdome. I need to like check it out again. I need to check it out to see like if I still think it's like kind of bad, or maybe I'll like it now. I don't know. Do you guys like Beyond Thunderdome? Who likes that movie? Stand By Me? That's another one. It's kind of like a teen comedy, sort of, but it's more of like a dramedy. Oh, that was so good. It's such a good movie for kids. Even though it's kind of for adults, and it's a little bit adult for kids, but I still saw it when I was a kid, and I loved it, and it was great. And it's great. Lethal Weapon, yeah. Those are good. The first two are awesome. The 80s is such a good decade. But you know what though? 70s is an amazing decade too for I mean, there's a lot of like amazing like I don't know, like sci-fi fantasy stuff in the 70s. There's a lot like there's a lot of really interesting like action movies, and like it's just more, they don't have, the effects didn't really start getting going until Star Wars in 77. So some of that stuff is like towards that, but like there's a lot of really good, like, you know, if you care about like, you know, film and like dramas and stuff like that, there's a lot of like stuff like The Conversation and I think Vanishing Point was 70s. Like French Connection is like one of the best action movies ever made, or like, I mean, it's an action movie, like it has one of the best action scenes ever made, but it's like it's very, very serious. It's, you know what, it's actually a little, you know what, it's kind of a little bit like Fury Road, actually, that action scene from French Connection, in a way, with the way that it's just like so gut-wrenching. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, I think that's is that 90s or is that late 80s? Yeah, 90s has got a lot of fun movies. Total Recall is awesome. I think RoboCop's probably the better movie, but Total Recall is awesome. TMNT, that first live-action one was really good. Tremors is really good, of course. Running Man, that's 80s, right? I keep forgetting. I want to rewatch Running Man. Here is Sub-Zero, now Flame Zero. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done with this RoboCop. It's alright, I guess. I don't know. Jaws. Yeah, Jaws as the first summer blockbuster. Yeah, that's true. And Jaws is awesome. Yeah, Jaws is 70s. A lot of good stuff in the 70s. There's a lot. Well, like, once you go back and start looking, a lot of amazing stuff. Princess Bride, that's 80s, yeah. One of the best, like, family movies ever. I don't know. 90s has got a lot of good movies. 90s has got a lot of good movies, and I think there's a lot of good stuff in the 2000s, too. And then the first half of the 2010s has got some really good stuff. Like, there's some really good stuff in, like, the horror genre, and there's... And there's some good... I mean, there still has been, like, a trickle of good action movies throughout the years. Even in the later 2010s, like stuff like The Raid and the Mission Impossible series somehow managed to like get better as they go along, which is insane. Although the first one is still an entertaining movie. They're actually kind of all good. Light Force. Well, that's more of a guilty pleasure, but that movie is another movie that like is a candidate for like the hottest ladies on film. The hottest ladies ever captured on film. The Mummy? Yeah, The Mummy. Well, at least the first Mummy is great. I haven't seen it in a while, but I bet it's still great. Yeah, I think I don't know, the second and third one were pretty good too, I guess. Right. Yeah. Well, those were great too for a while. I mean, some of those. I mean, I was never big into superheroes, and I got the fatigue pretty early on, but I did love Robert Downey Jr. So, and I still love like those Iron Man movies, and like the first Avengers is still great. I can still rewatch that. Wanted? I saw that. I remember that's the one where they curve the bullets, and it's got Jolie in it. Yeah, that movie was, you know what, that wasn't that bad, I'm gonna say. Yeah, Angelina Jolie is like one of the most attractive actresses of all time, I would say. Guys, who's the most attractive actress or actor of all time? Guys, all right, let's talk about the most attractive actresses or actors. I'll give both actors and actresses. All right, so Angelina Jolie would be really high up for actresses. I mean, I love Jennifer Connelly, but I guess she wouldn't be on like that list though, even though she kind of is to me. But that's more like a combination of like her personality and acting and her looks, though. So it would probably be like... It would be Angelina Jolie. It would be Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science. And it would be whoever the woman is who's the woman alien in Life Force. Maybe. And then for dudes, the most attractive mainstream actor who's a dude, I'm just gonna say it's Brad Pitt. Obviously, it's a mainstream choice, but I think he's just there's something magical about Brad Pitt. And then I don't know. Oh no, Sean Connery. Sean Connery is like one of the most attractive. Sean Connery, Mathilda May, that's her name. Mathilda May, and she's got the alliterative name too. Those are fun. You really like Tron? Tron was awesome. That's not you don't need to be guilty for that. Oh, Spider-Man 2 is awesome. Yeah, that's the best Spider-Man movie. That's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Like, that's just one of the best superhero movies. Spider-Man 2 is amazing. They tried to didn't they bring Melina back in like one of the new ones where they like crossed over like all the characters? Maybe I should watch that. I don't know. No, Tron is awesome, and I've heard I've heard the new Tron is awesome, but I haven't sat down and watched the whole movie. The original Tron is awesome. It's got like a really wacky, crazy sound, like a really like hardcore soundtrack. It's just like it's very dark. Like it's a very dark movie. Even though it's like a Disney movie, Tron is awesome. Legit awesome. You don't have to feel, despite the Simpsons bit, you don't have to feel guilty. For Jennifer Connelly and Phoebe Cates. Oh yeah, Phoebe Cates, mainly like known for like, what's that one teen movie with Spicoli? Sean Penn, the one that Sean Penn like got fame, like his fame for basically playing a stoner. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, yeah. No, that's her, right? Well, she's in a bunch of stuff, I guess. Halle Berry, Brad Pitt, Sean Connery, Monica Bellucci. Yeah, Halle Berry, Halle Berry's... she's attractive, but she does not ascend... See, I'm talking about... She doesn't ascend into the realm of godhood for me. And then Monica Bellucci doesn't either. They're not goddesses. They're not gods. For me. I think that, I don't know. But yeah, Sean Connery. Sean Connery is a god. Because, I don't know. I guess I'm also kind of factoring in charisma, too, because, like, both, but I guess you have to factor that in. Because charisma, it also is, like, with, like, Angelina Jolie, it's not just, like, the way she looks. Like, the way she looks is, like, if you, like, were designed and a perfect actress, like, you might look like her. But, I don't know, she also, I don't know, it's the way that she, like, talks, too, kind of. And I think that, like, Brad Pitt is kind of... I would definitely put him above Clooney. Clooney's a handsome man as well. But, like, Brad Pitt and... Sean Connery, I think, is, like, one of the most charismatic actors of all time. And if you can go, like, to older stars, too. And I think that... I don't think there's anybody... I've been watching more older movies, and, like, some of those older actors are really great. Like Jimmy Stewart is very charismatic, and Humphrey Bogart is very charismatic, but they don't have the raw handsomeness of Brad Pitt, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not watching the right ones. Make me want to rewatch Ocean's 11. That movie made me a huge fan of Soderbergh, who has done a lot of really cool movies. All right, I'm done with this RoboCop. I'm gonna draw something else now. What should I draw? Maybe I'll think of something. What should I draw? Should draw. There's too many. I should draw an anime now. Elizabeth Hurley? Yeah, she's very attractive. She's very attractive. Like, and the accent helps a lot. Alicia from Darkstalkers. That'd be a good one. Could do that. No, you know what? Actually, I've been watching anime recently. I'm gonna pick something from. I'm watching so much anime. There must be some character I want to draw, like recent anime. I've been watching recent anime. Let me see. I've watched all of Haripi Kome, aka Yo Boy Kanmin, which is pretty good, but not as good as I was hoping. But pretty good. And I've watched yeah, I've been wanting to catch up with, like, I don't know, I just want to, like, catch up with anime, like an anime kick recently. I just want to catch up with anime, especially, like, newer stuff. What did I watch? Oh, I've been watching the new Urusei Yatsura. It's been kind of, maybe I should draw, maybe I should just draw, like, I could do, like, a lum drawing, maybe, I don't know. The new Urusei Yatsura, so far, I think is kind of disappointing. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that. Asian Waste, you still here? Yeah, I think it's kind of disappointing. It looks beautiful. Like, oh yeah, we've been watching the new Cour. That's what they call them. They call them Cours of yeah, Anya Smugface. That is pretty great. Maybe I should just do that. Should I just draw Anya Smugface? Anya does kind of have the best faces. True. Yeah, Spy Family is awesome. I love the manga too, so like I'm already ahead on the manga, so I know that that's not going to be a letdown. Although there are points in Spy Family where it feels like it's starting to get a little bit too formulaic, but usually it manages to kind of break out of it. But I still think it's a really extremely good manga. Like the art is killer. Yeah, Urusei Yatsura disappointing. Nobody else watched that? There's a recent Lupin on. I want to catch up with Lupin animes because there's like a ton of them, and I love Lupin. What else have I been watching? What else have I been watching? Forget what I've been watching. Oh, I tried watching there's another, well, none of you guys probably know what it is, but it's like a popular anime. What was it called again? It's like Shadow and Eminence. Oh yeah, that's it. Shadow and Eminence. I tried watching that. Oh, The Eminence and Shadow. It's not very good. Well, I mean, it had its moments, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish watching it. I watched a little bit of like the new Bleach. They're doing new Bleach. They're doing like, well, I just watched a little bit because like it has some. I did read the last thing. It had some cool fights. I mean, it's got some really creative stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to take it seriously. But I mean, it still has like amazing animation and music though, so there's cool things about it. There's like a new anime season now, guys. You guys knew that? How's the new Bleach? Well, I mean, what did you think of the other Bleach? I mean, I've read all the manga, so the new Bleach is based on the last arc of the manga, so I know what happens. Do you want me to tell you how the manga was? It's I would say I thought it was entertaining but dumb. Like it's, I don't know. It's not the worst. It's dumb. It's better than Fairy Tail, I guess. Which is like the dumbest shonen anime, basically. It has, I think, like there's a lot of interesting fights. There's a lot of like the dude like Kubo. He comes up with like he comes up with some really crazy stuff with like some of the characters' powers. But the problem though is that like the writing of the fights is not really that great. So he'll come up with really cool like concepts, but then the fight will inevitably end in a really dumb way or unsatisfying way. So that's kind of the pattern with Bleach, and that is especially the case with the latest. With like that will be the case with the current anime. So like, don't feel like you need to go out of your way to watch it. maybe it's still worth, like, if you like Bleach, maybe it's still worth watching, because I think there's some cool ideas. You got to keep your expectations kind of low. I mean, did you like the last, like, what did you think of, like, the last arc of Bleach? Like, the last couple arcs of Bleach are not good, right? You like the old Bleach? I mean, Bleach was great throughout the whole Soul Society arc. Like, the beginning and the whole Soul Society arc was great. And then it was pretty good throughout the Arrancar stuff for a while, but then it did drag on way too long. Yeah, for me, it started to go downhill towards, like, the end of the Arrancar arc, I guess. Too much filler. See, the problem with Bleach, well, that's a separate problem, because the anime's got a lot of filler as well. But the problem with Bleach is that a lot of the actual, like, canon stuff still feels like filler. Like, if you're, like, even the non-filler stuff feels like filler half the time. That's the problem with Bleach. Yeah, where you finally... Yeah, Aizen, right. And yeah, like, that was still... See, by the time he did confront Aizen, I was starting to feel a little bit underwhelmed with the direct... Because I felt like there was a lot of really cool ideas. Like, there was a lot of cool stuff, but I felt like a lot of fights were kind of resolved in really dumb ways. It was kind of losing... And then the end... Without, like, spoiling or anything, there's not really much to spoil, but, like, basically, like, the whole final fight, I thought was pretty underwhelming. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just basically that the writing just kind of felt... Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess with Bleach, the writing was never really that great to begin with, but he kind of had more... It was better in the early seasons of Bleach, or it was less bad because like he had kind of it was more fresh and he had more room to like go in good directions. Like the problem with like a lot of this kind of like longer shonen manga is that you got to keep. It's like with Ichigo, he's got to keep powering up, and he's got to keep and the fights have got to keep escalating. So thinking of ways to like keep that going, it gets harder and harder. So he's able to keep it going like throughout the whole society arc, but like you can see the wheels start to come off, if you know what I mean, in the Arrancar arc. Like it's not bad yet, but like there's a lot of fights with really that just don't make any sense or end in really dumb ways. There's like the power-ups, like the various machinations of power-ups that Ichigo goes through, like really start to make less and less sense. Like all the various things, like all the ways in which, like, is he part Hollow? Is he part Quincy? He's just whatever. He goes through like every possible thing you can imagine. Like, where is it? It feels very like Fairy Tail is kind of like that, but even worse. Whereas like it really feels like the writer's making it up as he goes along, and like it starts out good, but then it progressively makes less and less sense the longer it goes. That's that can be a problem with like a lot of long running comics. Like I feel like One Piece has done a pretty good job of avoiding that for the most part, and it doesn't feel too repetitive. It hasn't gotten too stupid. And I think that Naruto mostly did a pretty good job. Power creep is part of it. Yeah, power creep. Well, it's power creep, but it's also just coming up with new ideas. Because you don't even necessarily... You shouldn't have to, like, power... Like, that's not the only way to, like, keep things interesting, but it is the most generic way to do it, I guess. But yeah, like with like, see, Dragon Ball's got an advantage there because like Dragon Ball's always got like the training thing and like coming up with new ways to train. Like, by the way, Dragon Ball all the way up to like all throughout Z does a very good job of like writing of like handling its power creep. Despite what I mean, maybe it's popular to like not say that these days, but like Dragon Ball actually like it only really gets stupid until when you get to like GT and Super, in my opinion. It gets the Super is where it gets stupid. Even the Boo stuff, I thought I liked what he did. Like I liked the whole idea of fusions. I thought that was at the time that felt like really novel and cool. But you know, that concept gets run into the ground and like later and like Super and stuff. Majin Buu is like an awesome villain. He's like a legit awesome villain. Very entertaining. Like he's like he's wacky. He's a little bit wacky, but he's also like kind of like really threatening and cool at the same time. The whole concept of fusion is cool. I'm just saying like actually Dragon Ball Z is a pretty good example of like how to handle like power creep well. But see, Dragon Ball has I was gonna say before, Dragon Ball has a little bit of an advantage in that it's kind of like a classic martial arts manga. Even when they start to have godly powers, it all comes like down to training and whatever. And they're Saiyans, and they're written to always get stronger, and it makes sense in the lot. And they're and he brings in gods and whatnot. So like, but like with Ichigo, for example, like how do you keep making him strong? Like Kubo like kept having to think of like new ways to have him get power-ups or whatever, and like the logic of it. See, the problem was that the way he wrote it, there was the way he kept writing himself into dead ends. It wasn't written like so like it. Well, I shouldn't say what happened in the final fight, I guess, but did I play the recent DBZ game? Oh, Fighter Z by Arc System Works. A little bit. I don't own it though. It's cool. It's a beautiful game, but like yeah, I don't know. I'm not as into fighting games as I used to be because I don't really have people to play them with, and I don't like playing fighting games online. So yeah, I decided not to get it. But it's a beautiful game. I don't know. I'm trying to get. It's hard to be specific because I don't remember a lot of this stuff with Bleach. I don't like it's but I guess it comes down to just like writing. So like the trick with these sort of like shonen comics is like you want to like have the characters continually growing. And power creep is one of the issues, but I think that power creep is a little bit overstated as like an issue. The bigger issue with like shonen stuff is just how to keep things escalating and progressing while it's still being credible, right? So like, okay, so like if you give the main character too much of a power up, then you have to then the next villain, if the series is going to continue and there's going to be another villain, it's got to be credible that he's like, okay, how is this stronger? So like Dragon Ball, the way that they do that in Dragon Ball is like, at the end of the Frieza saga, they've already like fought like the dude who's like strongest overlord in the universe. So where do you go from there? So like where they go from there is like in the Cell arc, they're fighting against like the only way to come up with something stronger is like it's something takes the cells of Saiyans, and then it's basically like a genetically created like Saiyan monster. So like so that kind of makes sense. And then Boo, then by the time they get to Boo, he has to go into like the realm of like God. Now they're fighting against like Boo is basically like a god of the universe. So that. But it still kind of makes sense, It's hard to it's hard to. Or something like Naruto, it's paced a little bit more. There's more of a sensible progression to like Naruto's powers, where he doesn't become like actually like Hokage level until like much closer to the end of the series. Although some people find the whole cavalcade of villains at the end of Naruto to be a little bit silly. But I mean, by that point, it's the end. So, and I don't know. I mean, I still thought I thought it was fine. But there's kind of a, like with Naruto, there's kind of a believable progression of like villains that like Naruto can actually handle at his current skill level or whatever, like his friends or whoever is fighting. And they do a pretty good job of like keeping that balance by like there's still like escalation, like he keeps coming up with like new ninja powers that are like interesting, and it feels like there's some kind of progression, but you know, it never gets too out of control, I guess. I don't know. Well, Boo makes sense, but the problem with Boo is you could only do that once. Hey, thanks, Skittles. It's on, guys. It's Anya from Spy Family. Yeah, the problem with Boo is that you once you do that, once you like take like an ultimate evil thing that even the gods are scared of, then you can't do that again. But then what do they do in the very next like? Well, I don't know. GT never like. Then they go to GT, which makes no sense, and they just do like arbitrary stuff. And then like Super, they try to like. I mean, the only reason why Beerus worked is because he's like such a likable character. But Beerus doesn't make any sense at all because, you know, he was just like their excuse was that he was just asleep. But why didn't they go wake him up? If you have Boo destroying the universe, maybe go, you know, hey, find that. Oh, okay, it's obvious that that's retcon, right? I mean, that's where it starts to not make any sense, and then it just gets more out of control after that. Very smug. Thanks. That's what I got. I understand I've had Demo mad at me. Alright, so here we have so far. Let's see. We have Porco Rosso, Ghibli drawing, Kurt Russell, McCready from The Thing, holding the dynamite. Okay. And we got RoboCop, and we got Anya from Spy Family. Now what do I want to draw on that? I'll probably do like at least one more. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what are some other, like, there's One Piece. One Piece's fight progression has been, like, good. Made sense, you know? It's, the only problem that One Piece and, like, a lot of those others have is that they just get they have too many characters. That's, like, the other big problem that Shonen stuff had. There's just too many characters. And that's a problem when they all have to have their own fights, and like yeah, that's kind of been a problem with One Piece for a while. But like I said, I think with One Piece, it's still worth reading because there's always really good payoffs. Like even during the middle of arcs where things are getting kind of like hectic or silly, or you just kind of are losing the thread of whatever is happening because there's too much going on, it eventually all culminates in like one really big fight, and there's enough good moments where it feels worthwhile. You draw Carrot in her Sulon phase. Oh, from One Piece. I don't know. Never get into One Piece? Too much comedy and waffling for you? Well, it definitely has a distinct kind of tone, like wacky tone to it, which I guess is a little bit of an acquired taste. But I love it. Look at this cosplay of Anya here. Draw Death from Death from Bogus Journey. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, go this journey. Is there anybody here who hasn't seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey? Because you got to see it. Amazing classic movie. You gotta see it. You gotta see all the Bill and Ted movies. Well, you gotta see the first two. Don't necessarily have to see the third one, but it's not bad though. I thought it was not bad. Death is like one of the. It's been a long time. Watch it again. Damn, it's so good. Is there any other movies that people like a lot? Guys, what's some other movies that are good? Tell me some good movies. See if you can get one in that I haven't seen. I've seen a lot of movies, you know. Not so much recent ones. No recent movies. I don't want to hear about recent movies. Conan the Barbarian. Oh, I need to rewatch that. Yeah, that movie's awesome. That's a classic. I haven't seen it in a long time. I want to watch Conan the Destroyer too, even though it's not supposed to be as good. But I feel like I should watch it. Also, I've never seen Red Sonja, the Conan spin-off. Are there any other spin-offs to Conan besides Red Sonja? And there's Conan the Barbarian and Destroyer. Were there any other Conan movies? I mean, there are Conan-like movies, like a ton of them. Like, there's like... It's like Beastmaster's pretty good. Beastmaster's pretty good. I think there's I've only seen the first of one of those. There's like Hercules in New York. That doesn't count. But it's a movie. It's funny. I mean, what other barbarian movies are there? You ever seen that one? Yeah, you should see that one, Seals. Conan. Super Mario Brothers movie? I think, yeah, that movie seems to be a guilty pleasure for a lot of people. That, and then the Street Fighter movie as well. I think it's because those movies are so ridiculous that they've kind of... Their entertaining qualities have magnified. Another movie that's kind of like that for me is Nothing But Trouble, too. Which was, you know, I always thought was bad, but like these days it kind of seems interesting bad, which is I like. Like those kind of like interesting bad movies are fun to watch. I mean, you know, you'd rather watch that than like boring bad. Red Sonja. Well, okay, I mentioned Red Sonja, but like, are there any other? Well, there's no other Conan movies, right? There's this Destroyer, there's Barbarian, Destroyer, and Red Sonja. Is Arnold in Red Sonja? I think Arnold's in Red Sonja, right? I don't remember. I don't recall if he is or not. I hope this is gonna look like him, I don't know. He is? I thought so. I don't know if I've ever seen Red Sonja. I don't know if I have. I should watch that. I should do a Conan marathon. Are there any other really good Barbarian movies? I feel like there are, but I'm not sure if I've... I mean, I've seen some that are like really low budget and like not good. But I can't remember any of their names though. I mean, there's that one movie that has like the Barbarian twins. It's like super low budget. There's one I saw kind of recently that's pretty bad. I don't remember the name of it, but it was Parasite Eve Music, right? Talking about Yoko Shimomura earlier. The dude who plays Death
I forget his name, the dude who plays Death, but he's like in Shawshank Redemption as well, and he's a very recognizable actor, or like comic actor. Well, no, not really. I guess he's in comedies and like comedies and dramas. But usually he kind of like plays a bad guy, I guess. William Sadler, right? But he's a very entertaining actor. He's good. And Austin is awesome. He was an awesome choice to play Death. In Demon Knight, I saw that. That was one of the Tales from the Crypt movies. I saw it. I barely remember that movie. I remember there was Demon Knight, and there was I think it was called Bordello of Blood with like Dennis Miller. And those were like the 2 Tales from the Crypt movies that they made. Like with that brand. I think that was it. I think that was all that they made. That's all I remember. But those were the only Tales of the Crypt movies. They never did like a anthology movie, right? I think so. Way better than Bordello of Blood. Yeah, it was actually like pretty good. It was a pretty good movie, Demon Knight, I recall. But I haven't seen that one since then. Wait, his makeup is like really good in this movie. Let me see. What other movies have I seen recently? I haven't been watching a ton of movies recently, but I watched like a few things. I mean, like around Halloween, I watched, I think I mentioned, but I watched Exorcist 3 finally for the first time. Really liked that. I watched Children of the Corn for the first time. I don't think I'd ever seen Children of the Corn before. That was okay. The movie was alright. It's kind of entertaining. I rewatched Poltergeist, which was awesome. It was still awesome. Still amazing. Holds up amazingly. Very, very entertaining. And then I tried watching the reboot of Poltergeist, which, does have, what's his name? Really, Sam Rockwell. Amazing. I did dance on it. They finally got around to Exorcist 3. I think that's what you mean. Anyway, yeah, I tried watching the remake. I tried watching a couple more modern horror movies. I tried to watch the remake of Poltergeist, and I mean, it does have Sam Rockwell, and he is very charming in the movie, but it doesn't really help that much. That movie's pretty bad. It just tries too hard to be a copy of the original, and it just doesn't capture the magic. And then I tried to watch the new Hellraiser, because there was a new Hellraiser that came out that like actually got good reviews. I don't know why, because it sucks. I mean, as far as I thought it was really boring, and just had none of the interestingness of the original Hellraiser. But I didn't even get through the. You know what? I didn't even get through the whole movie. I couldn't get through the whole movie. It was just I was fast forwarding, and then I just stopped watching it. So didn't like that one. And what else did I? Is there anything else? Yeah, I think there was something else, but I don't remember what it was. Brad Dourif's best performances. Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Yes, in Exorcist 3. Yeah, he's awesome in Exorcist 3. It's true. Very entertaining performance. I mean, well, very creepy performance. Still haven't seen Exorcist 2, the feel like I should watch it, but I hear it's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I watched anything else. Oh yeah, I did watch. I mean, I watched a couple of non-horror movies. I watched a movie from the 50s called... What was it called again? The African Queen. I watched The African Queen with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. It was good. It was actually really good. I really liked it. It was like from the 50s. But... pretty entertaining character piece. It was like seemingly filmed on the Nile. I guess, I don't know. It was like a lot. It was like a lot of like location stuff on it that was actually pretty cool. Classic. It was, yeah. I want to watch more classics. And then I watched. I watched. You know what else I watched? It's kind of a horror movie, actually, in a way. I watched Dracula. I watched the Dracula from 1979, I think. The one that was... I think it's Steven Spielberg produced, and it has like a John Williams score. Like 2 years after Star Wars. The first Star Wars movie. It's like a Dracula movie. And it was like... I think it was kind of like a failure at the box office or something. But it was like, it had... I forget who... let's see. Laurence Olivier is like Van Helsing, and Dracula's played by... I forget his name. Some dude. He's pretty cool, though. So it's not like one of the classic Dracula movies, but it was actually pretty good. I thought it was pretty entertaining. And it's another movie that's like right on the border between like 70s and 80s. That's a good one. Let's see. Have I watched anything else? I feel like I watched something else. Dude, what is this song from? Oh, Raw 3. PC-88 music. Who knows if I'll even play half of these games. I want to play more PC-88 and 98 games, though. Japanese computer games. At some point. There's so many games to play, though. So many video games. Let me see. Oh! There was something I've been watching. I knew there was something. I wanted to talk about it. I knew there was something. I've been watching Chainsaw Man, finally. I got around to Chainsaw Man. You guys, does anybody watch Chainsaw Man? That's like the big hit anime of the probably the year. The big hit anime. It's very, very, very good. It's very good. Listen, you guys need to all watch Chainsaw Man. You haven't heard of it? That's crazy. It's basically the anime of the year. Well, maybe you don't follow it. Well, listen. Alright, let me just tell you. Dan Schoening, I don't know. Maybe you're not a big anime guy. I don't know. You watched the first episode of the dub? I've been watching the sub. I've been watching the subtitle. I can't talk about the dub, but like I couldn't say, but Dan, it's about a dude. He can grow chainsaws from his hands and his body and his head. He grows the chainsaws from his hands and his head, and he becomes a chainsaw demon. And he's the main character. It's basically, the premise is not anything like that different. It's actually pretty similar to Demon Slayer, really. But right. Yeah, all the characters have got they're all the characters are all really interesting. They're kind of like, the main character is very relatable in like a very kind of very simplistic kind of way, and it's basically like a show about like a bunch of kids who've got to get together and hunt demons, kind of. So pretty similar to Demon Slayer, really. Like, but what's cool about it is just how it's done. Like, it has a very kind of dark sense of humor, and it's also like it's got it's funny. Like, it's fast paced and funny, but also it's very like the animation is really cool. It's both realistic and stylish. Like, it's very realistic looking. Like, the characters and the it's kind of like mildly post-apocalyptic. Like, it still takes place in modern Japan, but like a little bit post-apocalyptic, kind of. Sort of like an alternate Japan. Yeah, the main character is very funny and like awesome. It's dark, but it's also it's got kind of like a black comedy. It's got a dark sense of humor. It's got chainsaws. It's got he fights demons with chainsaws. And it's awesome. The animation is unbelievable. Like, it's extremely beautiful looking show, and I mean, there's a lot of really like anime is known for having a lot of really beautiful looking shows, but like this takes the cake. Like, this is one of the most beautiful looking shows I've ever seen. Like, the art is incredible. Just take a look at like the trailer or something. Like, watch the trailers for it, and maybe watch like some clips from it or something. Just check it out. Just see what it looks like. Because it looks amazing. I recommend it. Well, but with the caveat that, and I think this is okay for you, Dan, you do have to like violence. The violent show. If you can get past the violence, like, it's not a straight up horror or anything. It's kind of like a dark comedy, I guess. Comedy action. It's awesome. All the hype is justified. It's also like a super hype show. Like, people have been building it up. The manga is very popular, which I haven't read yet, but it's super hyped. Just like it's like this year's Attack on Titan. It's this year's One Punch Man, basically. But it's and those shows are great too. It deserves it. Deserves the hype. Check it out. Check it out, Dan. I have not seen Made in Abyss. I've heard of it. I've heard it's very popular. One of your favorites? Yeah, I want to watch that one at some point. There's a lot of cool anime. Honestly, these days, like right now in particular, I've kind of been on an anime kick the last like 5 or 6 months, because I watch anime like on and off, but usually I watch like maybe 1 or 2 shows a year, you know? Sometimes I will watch, more than that, and sometimes I won't really watch anything for a while. But like lately I've just been on an anime kick, and I've been trying to catch up with like all the shows. And I think I might go anime crazy. Yeah, Sonic R jams! That's right. Look, Death is dancing! I think I'm gonna go anime crazy. I don't really have any TV shows I want to watch right now. I don't care about like any new movies that are coming out. I got streams I'm watching, but it seems like the time to go anime crazy. I'm gonna watch more anime. I'm gonna watch everything. I'm gonna be like Death, and I'm gonna sit in my cavern, and I'm just gonna watch anime non-stop. That's what I think I'm gonna do. But Chainsaw Man, not very, very good, not a disappointment. Urusei Yatsura, unfortunately, seeming like a disappointment, but I'm gonna keep watching it anyway and hope that it gets better. The problem with that show, it's a reboot of like one of my favorite anime from the 80s, Urusei Yatsura. That's the original Rumiko Takahashi show. We were talking about Rumiko Takahashi earlier, like her newer stuff, like Inuyasha and Rinne and Mao, I guess it's called. I haven't seen it. But apparently it's not well liked. I don't know. But specifically like the anime. I mean, I always liked Ranma and My Son Ikoku, but Urusei Yatsura is like always one of my favorite anime. The thing about Urusei Yatsura is that it really is like the original manga is cool, and it was like kind of like different for its time, but also the anime was worked on by like a bunch of geniuses, so it really elevated beyond the manga. It really is like it was better than any of the other anime based on her stuff ever has been. Like the movies are amazing. There's like it was worked on by Mamoru Oshii, Ghost in the Shell dude, and they would like. The thing about Urusei Yatsura is that the filler episodes were always better than the ones based on the manga, because they would just like kind of do crazy stuff or just weird stuff, and that's very rare for. I mean, that never happens with modern anime. But yeah, so it's a very to me it's like a legendary show. So you know, a reboot. I mean, the thing with the reboot, it seems similar to like the Sailor Moon reboot in that they've decided to be more faithful to the manga now, which is kind of a mistake because that's not really what made the show so good. But the art style is really beautiful. Like they gave like Lum, like she famously had the green hair in the original anime, but in the original manga she had kind of rainbow colored hair, and they couldn't really, and now she does, and it looks cool. Like her hair is like rainbow. It's very colorful, but the art style is so beautiful for it. It looked so good, but like the music, they kind of messed up with the music, I think. Like the tone of the show, and it's too wacky, it's too silly, and it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same like offbeat tone that made the original work, I guess. I don't know. And then dude, what are the other popular anime? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like the stuff like Bleach is just like whatever. Spy Family is awesome. The new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is awesome. I don't know, whatever. Gotta watch more stuff. What else should I watch? There's something called Blue Lock that's very popular. Here, let's just watch trailers for anime. We can do that, right? I think we can do that. Let's watch the new opening for credits lists of Urusei Yatsura. It's not bad. Whoa, there's like a weird. I think this has like a weird FPS thing on it that's making it too smooth. Fortunately. I hate it when they do that. Every modern anime has to have characters dancing in the opening. It's too bad this is not better. She's got the rainbow hair. It's just too bad that this is not better. It could really be better. What are the other new anime that have come out? I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna watch next. Let's watch. Yeah, you know what? Let's watch the opening for the Chainsaw Man, because that also is really good. It's a really good opening. No, not the song. It's called Kickback. Yeah, I like the song. Well, it's kind of different for an anime opening theme, but it's cool though.
Yeah, the animation is amazing. The person, yeah, what makes this show really good actually is like the personalities of like the characters, because they're idiots in a very kind of I want to say like a kind of a realistic way. Like all the characters are like really relatable. They're not like it's kind of more. It's like very crazy, but it's kind of also more down to earth than most anime. The personalities are like a little bit more realistic, even though they're like kind of insane. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. That's probably the best anime of 2022, maybe. Yeah, I guess I need to watch more. Yeah, that cyberpunk show that everybody says is good. I'm supposed to watch more of that, but I'm not super. I don't know. I'm not super enthusiastic about that. Dude, what's Housing Complex C? Is that good? Is that good? Should I watch that? What's that? Let's watch the opening of that. Apparently, that's popular.
Now take back.
There's a new season of My Hero Academia. I do kind of want to catch up with that anime too. I don't really know what this is about. Oh, this is on Toonami. This is a Toonami original series. This is a Toonami original series. A young woman living in a small housing complex in a seaside town begins to question whether her home is haunted. Huh. Well, you know what? This opening is kind of nothing special. That's not really doing it for me. I don't know. Maybe that's good. You know what is good? The opening for Spy Family Season 2, or Core 2. That's good. Let's watch that. Don't do that! Oh, fucking, there it is, says UHD 60 FPS. No! No! Damn it! I'm just gonna watch something else. Well, it's a really good opening, but... Oh, how about, what about this Mobile Suit Gundam Witch show? Is that good? Somebody told me that was good. They've got cell phones. It's so fun. I guess I should try it. Let's just watch a couple episodes. Because I'm just gonna watch everything. I'm gonna watch all the anime. The character designs are interesting, but this doesn't. I don't. This song is like all right, and this opening it seems like nothing special. No. This does not get me excited to watch this show. Oh, there's the Gundam. That's cool. But you know what? Stuff like that, like the newer Gundam stuff, is not as exciting as the old stuff, because the old stuff was like all hand drawn, and so when you watch that knowing that it was all hand drawn, there's just something amazing about the. But like, of course, not the new Gundams are all going to be computer. And you know, like a lot of times the computer generated stuff, the way it's used in anime, it's used in like really logical ways, and it's pretty seamless and it's not distracting. But with the Gundam shows, I just think about like the older stuff that was hand drawn, and like I don't know, that just no. You know what? I guess I'll give it a try, but that does not seem that exciting to me. That seems bland to me. It seems kind of it doesn't seem exciting. How about oh, wait, let me okay, here's one that I think is actually legit good. But I've already seen the first season. Okay, this one, I don't know, this might be a show that you guys could check out. If you like, you know, Spy Family and Dr. Stone. I don't know, maybe like this show is actually pretty good. But I do think it gets a little bit slow towards in the second season, or in the second half of the first season. The only problem. I like this opening though. This opening is good. This show is cool. It's about famous tactician, one of the famous tacticians from Romance of the Three Saga. You know, the Chinese history. Komei. It's spelled Kong Ming. It's sort of like a reverse isekai. He gets reborn in modern Japan, and he's a famous tactician, but now he's going to use his tactician powers to like help a singer girl become popular. So it's a fun premise. I miss Leo. Yeah, I know, that was great. Imagine if he was here talking to us about anime skills. Leo likes anime. He likes anime. Yeah, see, I like this song. Apparently this is like a Chinese song from the 2010s that they reused for this opening. But I like it, I'm a fan. I like the song, I like the opening. I like the way that they like slow dance in the opening. Because it's kind of like, it's very popular in modern anime to have just like characters dancing in the opening and closing, but the way that they do it here is like totally stylistically different from what they usually do, I feel. It looks, I don't know, it's cool. I like this. This show is good. This is good. I recommend that. That's good. Let's see. Oh, there's a new Mob Psycho season. I need to catch up. I haven't seen the second one yet. I gotta catch up with that. Let's watch that, guys. Yeah, he likes anime and Game Boy and Tactics Ogre. I haven't seen the. Let's watch the opening for season 3. I bet it's gonna be good. I bet this is gonna be good. This show is by the same writer who did One Punch Man, so, but it's got the goofier style that the original webcomic artist had, instead of the godly Murata style. It's kind of funny in the One Punch Man anime, like it's and the manga too. Murata redrew it, and he like has the most godly art of all time, and like everything looks super sick. But the only element that sort of preserves the original art style is just like the way that One Punch Man himself looks sometimes when he's not in his badass mode. When he's in comedy mode, he looks like the way that the original webcomic artist drew him. This is good. See, this is good. I do want to watch this. You like One Punch a lot more? Yeah, the first few episodes, I wasn't sure about it either, but I liked it the more I watched it. But I liked it from the beginning, though. I think it's a good show. Pretty fun show. Yeah, I mean, One Punch is better, but I like that as well. What else? What else should I watch? Blue Lock? Okay, apparently this show Blue Lock is popular. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what Blue Lock. What is it soccer? It's soccer. You guys like soccer? Oh look, there's Ichigo. I saw Ichigo. There's Ichigo. He didn't. Wow. He cameo. Oh, and that guy looks like the guy from that. What is that Blue Fire anime about the guy with blue fire in his eyes that fights ghosts? No, what is that called again? Something. Blue something. But now he plays soccer. I don't exactly know what this show is about, but I would watch this.
it's soccer, but also there's some kind of like, I think they're trying to do like a Death Note thing, if I recall, or like a Squid Game thing where they have to like, it's not normal soccer. There's like some kind of like craze soccer. I think this is a craze soccer show. That could be good. I might. Ichigo's in it. There you go. I might need to watch this. Yuki Naja reportedly arrested. Insider trading investigation. Well, hopefully everything turns out okay. That's all I can say. I mean, it's just a report. You don't wanna like. I don't. I could. I mean, why worry about something that you don't know the results of? Bocchi the Rock. To Your Eternity. That's popular. So that, what is that? That's like a kid who's like a time traveler or something? Like something like that. Oh, season 2 is what just came out. Well, let's look at the first. That opening's not doing it for me. Oh, let's watch the opening for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6. That's a good one. This is a good one. This came out this year. But it was earlier in the year. Well, no, the second part came out this year, I guess. Yeah, this anime is really good. I'm a big JoJo fan. And it always has amazing openings with like really good songs and visuals. This is part 6 of JoJo. This is the one with the female JoJo, and she goes to prison, and it takes place in prison. She's got adventures in prison, so you know it's got to be good. Prison. What else? What else can I watch? There's a lot of things I could watch. In part 3 of this anime, like the final part of this comes out December 1st. Couple more weeks until the final part of this comes out. Yude Tama, An Excellent Adventure. What's that? Skittles, don't stop beating him up, alright? Dima knows about that. That's good. Alright. Let's see what Gude Tama, An Excellent... Hey, it's the same egg puns as Eggs of Steel. So this must be good. Oh, you mean this, Dan? I finished with the death. I think this is gonna be my final art of tonight. And this is gonna probably be, maybe this will be the final opening thing that we watch. Thank you. Alright, what do you guys think about this? You like this? Is this the opening? This is the opening. The lazy egg. It's called Gude Tama. Gude Tama, An Excellent Adventure. And this is on Netflix. This is on Netflix. I feel like I feel like my niece and nephew might like this. I should play it. Alright, who wants to watch this? I guess I would watch it.
By Sanrio? We played video games by Sanrio. Hey. Oh, that's part of the video. Hey, wait, that's part of the video. Wait, is that part of the video? That's part of the video. What the heck? Well, you can watch it. It's on Netflix. This is on Netflix. This is like the latest Philly comedy show that somebody's made. Everyone's an egg too. A lazy egg tomorrow. Bye bye. Gude, there you go, guys. Gudetama. It's called Gudetama. All right, look it up on Netflix. Or you could probably just like look up Silly Egg Show. I'm sure you could find it. Samurai Egg. Yeah, I want to show that to like my niece and nephew. All right. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I guess so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We've drawn enough art. I drew this. I drew this Death. I drew this Anya. And I drew this RoboCop. And I drew this McReady. And I drew this Pocoroso. And I drew a comic page as well. So that's good. That's enough arting for one night. Now I may raid somebody. Looks like there's a couple options. The US Capitol is under attack by aliens. Who cares about that? I do too. We're gonna go there. We're gonna find out. All right. Well, I'll probably see you guys. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be more Saturn playing this weekend. And thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you guys all have a good night. Good night.
Skip, dentist chair.